Yo, people, welcome back to another watch along. Big up your damn selves in the building. Make sure you smash up all the icons. And yeah, good to be back. Good to be back. Atalanta low block, people are saying, here we go. Is it a back five? I'm going to give you some insight onto that in a minute. It looks like it is, to be fair. I've got a back three on my screen. But anyway, let's get into it. Atalanta versus Chelsea, starting 11's on screen. Oh, whoa. How are we doing? No Cole Palmer today. He's given a rest for the game against Everton at home. I don't really have a massive issue with that, guys. I'm not going to lie, because he's not going to be fit to be playing twice in 1 week. He's only just come back. What game is more important, this game or Everton at the weekend? Depends how you see our season going in the Premier League after dropping points against Bournemouth. It really does feel like a top four fight. Can't afford to finish outside that. I mean, that's already very underwhelming and poor. But to finish outside of that is catastrophic. You can't get Champions League football and then go out of the Champions League again. So we almost need him for Everton more than this game. Even though we haven't qualified for the top 8, we still got this game, Paphos at home, then Napoli away. If I actually just take a look at the standings now, we are currently 8th, with 10 points. 2 points off Bayern in 5th. And we're currently just about in there. Yeah, top 8 we're in. So it's going to go down to the last game, I'll be real. You should be beating Paphos at home, and then Napoli away is going to be tough. McTominay on a Ballon d'Or, streak and whatnot. It's not going to be easy. And we're just not good in the festive period. We're just not good in the festive period. So even if we were having easier, favourable games, you still have to be careful. But if I was to say importance, this game versus Everton, and Cole Palmer can only play one, and also you don't want to aggravate whatever the injury, you don't want to aggravate the injury, you don't want to rush him and then he gets injured again. So I don't think that's a problem, guys. It's a problem for us because we can't look in the forward line and see a lot of form, a lot of quality consistently. But in terms of managing a player properly, I think the manager's done the right thing. He's managing the player how he should be managed. He's only just come back. So that's just kind of how you have to do it, man. That's just kind of how you have to do it. But Achimpong's at right back, Chalobah's at centre back next to Badiashile, Correa, James, Caicedo, Neto, Enzo, Gittins, João Pedro, and then obviously Sanchez is in goal. Bench, Jorgensen, Tossin's there. I believe that's the young keeper from the academy or from the under-23s in there as well. Gusto, Fofana, Santos, George. Buonanote's back. Haven't seen him for a few weeks, maybe since the Wolves away game, maybe. Esteval, Guiu, and Garnacho in there as well. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting team. There was an early kickoff, isn't it? Bayern Sporting. Obviously, Quenda's out. If you didn't know, Quenda's out for, I think, 2 months. I think I read that correctly. I think he's out for 2 months, guys, Quenda. So there's no Quenda watch, but it's currently 1-1 over there. Kimmich own goal. And Gnabry's actually just scored to equalise, so there's 1-1 over there. But yeah, there's no Quenda. No Quenda watch for the rest of the Champions League group phase, which is very, very disappointing. But it is what it is. Okay, cool. So let's go through things. I'm going to run a poll. I'm going to put up a poll and let's gauge the confidence levels. How are you guys feeling? Do you like the team? Before I give my thoughts, I just want to get the Cole Palmer stuff out of the way because I feel like a lot of people are talking about Cole Palmer. I don't think it's a massive talking point. I'm not surprised he didn't travel, and I didn't really necessarily want him to travel if he wasn't ready to. There's no point risking him for this game, guys. You win this game, you lose this game, you draw this game, you're still not guaranteed anything in this league. Right, let's go. Chelsea win there. Okay. And then tomorrow we'll be covering Real Madrid versus Man City as well. So I think Mbappe's out for that game. So that's interesting. I saw a report. If Xabi Alonso loses that game, he's sacked. So we might see the last game of Xabi Alonso in charge of Real Madrid. We might see the future Liverpool manager sacked from Real Madrid, because there's been a lot of reports, or people have been kind of whispering and saying that that's a possibility, which is interesting. He plays a back three. that probably suits Liverpool. I've said it before. The only problem with that is they don't have enough centre-backs. And they're not going to have enough centre-backs until January to play that system unless you're just going to just shoehorn someone in there and a Joe Gomez at left side centre-back or whatnot. But Quenda's not playing. He's injured, bro. What's this? I really wanted to. I should have made a video on this whole Salah thing actually on Sunday morning. I was at Rance's fight on Saturday night when the whole Salah thing broke, so I didn't get to make a video on it at the time. But fascinating what's going on over there. Usually I would have done a whole video on it because it was actually quite a lot to talk about there. But it is what it is. When he leaves, which I think he will leave, we will discuss the whole thing, start to end, Carragher and everything. So may as well just make it all in one video anyway. Can we play a back five system? Chelsea. Yeah, we've got more than enough centre-backs to do it. I don't think we have the left wing-back option to play that with Cucurella and well, you could make a case that Cucurella can play left wing-back because he's always up there anyway, just crashing the box. Hato's definitely not a left wing-back. You don't have the depth to do it, but you can do it at right side with gusto. I'm not fighting anyone, bro. That's not my thing. Right, let's go through some questions in the comments because there's a few people that are kind of throwing in the same thing. So see if I can go through it. And I'll give my thoughts on the team in a minute, but big up everybody in the building. Hear me out. Who do you reckon will play right back? I'm curious because Maresca said he likes Josh in the pivot. So will he try Josh in the pivot and Reece at right back? No, this game's too important for that. James will play next to Caicedo. Achampong will play right back. There's no reason to switch them. Badiashile will play left side centre back. Chalobah in the middle. Achampong right side centre back in a back three build up. Cucurella will go forward. James Caicedo in front of the defence. Enzo's back in the 10, Neto, Gittins on the flanks, João Pedro, and you'll see probably Cucurella push up into the half spaces and try and double up with Gittins and give some support. You're not going to see Achampong in midfield. No way. Carl scored. Yeah, Carl. We watched him for Bayern and against Arsenal in the first half of the Emirates where he scored his goal there as well. Looks like a talented kid, 17. He's getting a lot of minutes. Obviously, Musiala's out, so he's getting his minutes. If you remember Maresca's comments about Josh being able to play DM, don't be surprised if Josh will play DM. Yeah, but he's also said Reece James can play in the midfield. So, in a game of this magnitude, you're gonna put James in there, and you're gonna leave Achampong where you've played him all season, which is at centre back or right side centre back. He's played Achampong in midfield in the Conference League, absolutely, but in Champions League he's not done that. And Conference League, Champions League, it's not even comparable. So he's just not going to throw Josh in midfield, I don't think, in the first game he's played in. By the way, don't forget, this is the first time Josh has played for quite a while. So, we talk about rustiness and not really being up to match speed and all these things. Josh has kind of just been thrown in there today. He's not really been, he's not had a build-up of minutes. When was the last time he played? Barcelona. He came on, he played 8 minutes. Ajax, he played 41 minutes. What about in the Prem? Unused substitute against Bournemouth, unused substitute against Leeds, unused substitute against Arsenal. So he's not really played since Barca, and that was 8 minutes. Unused substitute against Burnley. So you're not going to go from 8 minutes since the international break to play in central midfield in the Champions League away game. No. If that happens, that's crazy. Play in your strongest position. Enough of this scanning, looking around you for options. James is a better passer. James is stronger physically because he's just more experienced. He's just older. He's just much more cut out for that right now than. And James has been playing there anyway, so he's just not going to do that. Is Maresca changes add into our inconsistency? But I don't understand what people expect in terms of changes. Like, I think Maresca's made some poor decisions in terms of Tosin playing over Achampong. But in terms of rotation, you have to rotate in the winter period. You have to rotate a team that's come off the back of a Club World Cup. You have to rotate a team that only had 2 preseason games. You have to rotate a team that have got 3 or 4 of, injury-prone players that have to be managed. You can't disagree with the management of Reece James. It's brought him to this point. You can't disagree with the management of Fofana. He's actually been fit for the longest period, probably since he's joined Chelsea. You definitely can't argue that Lavia is clearly not able to play. So that's why he keeps getting injured. So when he comes back, he has to be managed. Badiashile has to be managed. He keeps getting injured. There is no option other than to rotate. It's literally impossible to not rotate because you have to manage the players. You can pick and choose which games they should play and which ones they shouldn't. You can disagree with that, but you have to understand they have to not play every game. If you sit here and you think, oh, Chelsea are going to play their strongest team week in, week out, game in, game out throughout the whole winter period, then you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind because you're asking for injuries then. You're literally asking for injury-prone players to get injured. And then when they get injured, you're going to be left with the same mid players that you don't want to play in the first place. So you're better off not getting them injured, biting the bullet, building up their fitness to a point where hopefully in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, we don't have to do this because they're just always available and they're always able to play. But if there's one thing I'm not annoyed with him is managing these players through the injuries. I think he's doing a good job with that, you know. But he should have played Achampong over Tosin. He just needs to make the right rotations. That's the thing. He has to rotate, but he has to make the right rotations. He didn't make the right rotation on the weekend, you know. And Neto had huge injury issues before Chelsea as well. Yeah, he did. I'm actually kind of surprised that it hasn't been injured for Chelsea's, because when he was at Wolves, that was one of my concerns when he signed. Is I thought he would get injured a lot, but he hasn't been injured. He's actually been pretty durable, so fair play. Esteval, he is on the bench. Hasn't really been great the last 2 cameos. So whatever, you know. It is what it. Again, he was already being rotated anyway. So Esteval's on the bench. If he comes off the bench and he has a really good impact, then obviously he falls into the category of maybe coming off the bench even more in the future, because the starts recently have been very meh. Just the last couple. Don't jinx Neto. I don't want Kobe Mino at Chelsea. So I wouldn't. So yeah, I hear you're asking me what's the max I would spend, but I don't really want him. He's a very good talent, but it's not what we need. It's just that is the perfect example of just buying another young player for the sake of it. You don't actually need him, but you're just getting him just because you can, because it's an opportunity. Does Kobe Mino take this team to Premier League title contenders? No. Does Kobe Mino, take this team to 85 points? No. I'm only interested in signings that are going to take this team to 85 points, title contenders. He's not a 6. He's not good enough defensively in a pivot. You got the same problem that you got with Enzo in a pivot, where you can't really always put him in there with Caicedo because he might get outrun, he might get brushed past. So then you have to play him in the 10. Does he really get enough goals to play in the 10? Is he a good enough passer to play in the 10? He's creative, he's good on the dribble. Is he a Lavia replacement? What is he really, I don't know. Just don't think it's necessary. But it will happen. If he's not playing at Man United, we've got a good relationship with Man United, as you can clearly see, with the Mount and the Garnacho deals. And Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes have been watching some of the podcasts. They're saying, yo, you need to get out of there. Chelsea have got long-standing interest, as they do with Adam Walton, who they were interested in when he was at Blackburn in the January window. If you remember, we didn't sign him. He went to Crystal Palace, and then obviously now his fees mad inflated. And there was links to Anderson as well, or some little, Twitter gossip at Anderson. So we're interested in all the young players. Yeah, you don't have to worry about if there's a young player and they're doing all right, or they're not doing well and they're talented, but they need breathing room, opportunity to flourish, to play more games. But we're interested. We're interested. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. What's the closest thing you've seen to the Salah situation at Chelsea? Is it Lukaku? Probably, yeah. In terms of outburst, emotional speaking, emotional chat, feeling hard done by, ego playing a part as well, derailing the team, potentially derailing the mood around. Well, the mood was already cooked, but that's probably as close as you could get to that. But I think Lukaku's was worse, Maybe because it was actually Chelsea, so it just felt worse. But I think Lukaku's was worse, personally. The reason why I say that is because at least Salah's actually banked some credit, a lot of credit. Salah's been there 7, 8 seasons. He's won Premier League titles. He's won Golden Boots. He's contributed. He's assisted. He's playmaked. All those things. At least with Salah, you could say he's got a reason to have the ego, a reason to feel like as if he's special, and he is, right? Whereas Lukaku ain't got no reason to think that. He was actually playing. He wasn't dropped, I don't think, before that happened. And he also was only here for a few months, hadn't won a damn thing before he did that. So, yeah, Lukaku's is much worse for me. Much, much, much worse. We just signed him 3-4 months before he did that for, 90 million or whatever it was. Put him on stupid wages as well. And a couple of months in, he does that and wants to go back to Inter. Cooks his valuation. Not even close. Not even close. Right. Yeah, I saw Zappacosta on the bench. I actually thought he might start because in the predicted lineup, Zappacosta was looking like he might start. But Kolasinac is actually playing on the left wing back position, former Arsenal wing back there as well. Lookman, you got to watch out for, is there as well. So yeah, it's interesting. Scamacca, former West Ham striker, has got a nice little shot on him from little curlers from the edge of the D, but never really got going at West Ham, to be honest. Maybe Serie A just suits him. He's an Italian striker, so it is what it is. It was a nice profile, Scamacca. I was kind of disappointed with what he did at West Ham in the end. I thought he was actually going to... maybe the thing is West Ham's not the right club. Maybe if Scamacca goes to like a Brighton, he does better. But West Ham keep trying to sign these kind of technically gifted strikers. It seems like battering rams always seem to do better. They always try to replace Antonio, and the guy just always comes back and benches whoever they brought in. So, I don't know. It's confusing. You man need Mateta. I did actually suggest Mateta on Sky Sports when I was on there last week. That was the day before we lost to Leeds, and then the whole conversation about what does everybody need to win the title was completely redundant. But the other person, which is not realistic, that I really like what he's been doing is Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez, man, he's special at Atletico Madrid right now. The guy, he's not actually banging in loads of goals actually this season, but as opposed to what he was doing last season, but you know, the hit rate can still improve. But you just look at him like free kicks, long ranges, variety of finishing, 1v1, left foot, right foot. I just feel like there's a leading marksman there, and the work rate is ridiculous as well. But I don't think you're going to get him out of there. I think his contract runs out in 2030. He's going to be stupidly priced because I think he even cost him about 80 million or 85 million or whatever it was. So he's going to cost 100 million. So yeah, it's not really that's why I didn't suggest it, because I don't think it's doable. But I do like him a lot. Works his arse off, as you have to at Atletico. So you know you're going to get a good press. The only thing with Mateta is he really going to press up? You know, is he going to press the way he wanted to press? But you're not really buying him for that. You're buying him for the hold-up. Although I've been to the last 2 Crystal Palace games in person, right? I was there with Tops, and I was there for Man United when Mason Mount scored the free kick, and I was there when they beat they beat Fulham at Craven Cottage. I was actually sitting in the I can't remember the name of the stand, but it's the oldest stand in London. Very, very hard wooden seats. Very uncomfortable. But, you know, the Cottage. Last minute winner from Mark Gurhey. I wasn't really... Matessa didn't... He was better in the Man United game, I think, in the first half. Fulham wasn't really that impressed with Palace at all, to be honest. I don't think they were that good. But they just had their moments. But I tell you who is shocking in that team is Nketiah. Nketiah is absolutely awful. This guy, when I watched him back-to-back weeks, one time he come on because Sarr got injured, then he started against Fulham. Shocking. Should be playing in the Championship. Honestly, shocking. Doesn't bring nothing into the team. It's so weak. Barged off the ball at every moment. It was just awful. I actually felt sorry for him out there. I was like, yo, it's like Palace are playing with 10 men. Genuinely. He's lost his speed. He ain't got the strength. He ain't confident in front of goal. He ain't good at the link-up. He can't hold up the ball. Bro, I couldn't believe what I was watching, you know. I'm telling you, it was really, really dark. It was mad. And obviously Nathan Klein started, which I was surprised by, but then I seen all them reports coming out, unnamed Premier League footballer and all these things. So I don't know what's going on. Man like Gittins. Yeah, Gittins is playing. Gittins is starting. Also, link is pinned. My sound engineer's had a very, very tough time over in Nigeria, I believe, and his house has been broken into. So all super chats from this stream, tomorrow's stream is going to go into that. I'm just going to just send them all straight through, regardless of what YouTube take. I'm just going to just take what you guys have put in to the super chat into that GoFundMe, and then I'm going to double it as well. So any super chats or any donations into that link pinned, much appreciated. He's had phones stolen. He's had and the whole house shaken up as well. Family was in there and whatnot. So try and help him out as much as we can. And like I said, I'm going to take all the super chats, put it in there, and I'm going to double whatever you guys put in there anyway. So, and then we'll just hopefully get to his target, and then I'll speak to him, and hopefully he's, I think it's the trauma as well. It's not really just the money, it's the bro, having your house broken into is when you're in the house is, boy, it's never happened to me, but I can imagine how much PTSD and trauma that is. So yeah, much appreciated if anyone can help. I know it's bad time with Christmas and whatnot, so I'm not expecting like a madness. I'm just putting it there just in case there's any rich brothers in the chat, to be honest, who just be going crazy. I'd rather you just put it in there than put it in the super chat, personally. So yeah. All right, so the link is pinned. I hope you can see it. It's just titled "Helping my friend" or helping out a friend. Yeah. I'm gonna close this poll because I don't want to forget, and also I probably want to do another poll anyway. But yeah, YouTube take a bunch, so don't do too many super chats. If you can just do that, put it in there, much better. All right, cool. What else are we talking? Talking João Pedro in the 9. That's what we're talking, chat. We're talking João Pedro in the 9. Big day. Do you know, when you look at this year today, I don't personally think it's a big day for Josh, because I think Josh has already kind of shown in all of his cameos that he's more than capable of stepping up to the plate. So I'm not really too worried about him. There's no tossing. Chalobah's in the middle, Badiashile. I think those two. Well, Chalobah's been fine. I think Badiashile is a big day for him. He's experienced. He needs to show that his left foot is going to start helping us progress play through the lines. I thought his performance against Leeds wasn't good. Wasn't good. Was it Leeds or was it Bournemouth? I can't remember. But I think it was Leeds. It wasn't great, his passing. Giving the ball away. I think it was Leeds, yeah. Just overcooking, undercooking the passes to Cucurella. Gittins always needs to step up when he plays. He's under always pressure to nail down a spot. But I think João Pedro, out of everyone in this team, is under the most pressure, because this guy, man, he's disappointing me right now. He's not bringing anything to the table. I'll be honest. It actually shocks me to say that. If there's one thing I didn't think I'd be saying with João Pedro when he signed, is he's not bringing nothing to the table. I knew that his goal tally was very, very low. I knew his shot volume was very, very low. I said this in the video when he signed. He obviously got us all gassed for the Club World Cup. Everybody was excited. I was excited. You was excited. We thought, yo, bun what he done at Brighton. He's moving mad right now. So let's just pray that this is going to carry on. Because if it does, he looks like one of the best in the league in that position in terms of technical, and then the finishing on top. You can't really ask for much more. Everybody is behind Haaland, but in terms of the category behind Haaland, I think there's a fight there, isn't there? Isak, Gyökeres, João Pedro, Ekitike, whoever else. It's not cut and dry. We look like we had got a bargain, but right now, it's getting a bit spooky, because what you don't want is for him to fall into this grey area that he was in Brighton, where he doesn't always play. He's rotated with Rutter, Welbeck, and Ivan Ferguson. He doesn't know what position he's playing. Sometimes he's playing 10, sometimes he's playing up front, sometimes he's playing wide. He looks nice, but he doesn't really do enough in terms of the output or in terms of the game-changing moments. And he's just a bit part player. And that's what I said in the video. I said, don't let this guy become a squad player. Don't let this guy become a squad player. Now that Delap's injured for 6 to 8 weeks, he's got a massive opportunity I mean, he's already had this opportunity, but he's got another opportunity to try and lead this line and actually provide something up there. And obviously Palmer's back now. Everton, he'll probably play up front and Palmer will play in the 10. A lot of people are hanging on to the fact that that could be the thing that unlocks him. I hope so, because that's the last time we've seen him play well. If that doesn't unlock him, we're cooked. That's the last thing we got is Cole Palmer playing in the 10. So that better work. That really better work. But even tonight, you want to see something from João Pedro, man. More shots, more chance creation. If you're going to drop deep, this is my thing. He's not creating no chances. If you're not going to be a goal scorer, but you're going to play false nine, you're going to drop and you're going to be this Roberto Firmino, whatever, Gabriel Jesus, you need to create chances. He had a couple chances he created for Delap, one of the games, but need more. Need a lot more. People are saying Delap's out for 4 weeks. Okay, so it's gone down from 6 to 8 to 4. Okay. Well, that's good because, yeah, Evan Ferguson, sorry. So, yeah, I mean, that's good news because I didn't actually know that. But, yeah, still injured, isn't it? Still going to miss the whole Christmas period, the whole run-in. The worst month for games and rotation and all that stuff. He's missing that whole period. So now João Pedro is going to get cooked in that period, or he's going to have to trust Guy. And Guy coming off the bench against Bournemouth, not really cutting it, you know. You're going to have to keep giving him chances and whatnot, but it's not really what you want to see. It's not what you want to rely upon. So he's not ready, you know. We just want to see him because he presses and he works hard and he's going to force turnovers. But that's about it, guys. Let's be honest. We're not asking for Guy because he's going to start banging in, licking in shots, you know, from all sorts of ranges and angles, 1v1s and all sorts. We're not asking for him to come in and start doing bullet headers. We're just asking for a bit of fight up there, a little bit of work rate. Even the hold up play is going to be rough because he's still young. So I don't know. Let's see. But it ain't easy up there, man. Right. Let's see. Don't worry about YouTube taking half because I'm just going to literally put whatever you put into that. So I'll just cover the rest of it. So don't worry about YouTube taking half. Obviously, like I said, preference would be you put it into the link. But if you can't put it in the link for whatever reason, then it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. We love a good cause. Big up, Mad. Big up the chat. I'm feeling festive, man. Look, big up to you, man. 50 pound super chat, man. Much appreciated to you. Yeah, I mean, the chat revenue's all counted up there, so that's fantastic. Appreciate it. Big up to you, man. That's very generous. Love to see Josh finally in the lineup. Hopefully we have a comfortable win and he has a strong performance to incentivize him featuring more, especially over Tosin. Absolutely. Tosin it's a shame, you know. It's a shame. He's best friends with Cole Palmer. He's a nice guy. I've said it before, you know. Everybody in that back line's a nice guy. You can tell they're gentlemen. But unfortunately, it's a ruthless game at the top end of this table, man. And look what a week can do. You've gone from being able to go 3 points behind Arsenal with a win to being 5 points behind Aston Villa. Do you know what I mean? That, like, 1 week. That's what 1 week's damage can do. It's not even like we've been in a long run of poor form. We've just had a bad week. And that's what a bad week can do. The margins are fine. And it's very, very damning. It's just damning what can happen in a week. And we're firmly in the top 4 fight. Like, there is no other way of dressing it up. I don't want to believe that we're going to actually have to go for a slog. But it depends on injuries. It depends on January business. Again, what are we going to do to help the team? Are we going to bring in reinforcements? Are we going to get rid of the bomb squad players? Or are we just going to rest on our laurels like we did last January and just let everything play out, let it all work out? That's all up to the Chelsea board, again. But what I will say is you can't really be thinking about anything other than top 4 when you're 5 points behind Aston Villa. 1 point ahead of Everton, 11 on points from Man United. That's where we're at. 1 week. And that's where we're at. So it's peak. And that's with Arsenal dropping points, you know, again, over the weekend. But it's mad. So, yeah, man, this is what we need to remember going forward. Do you know what I mean? We need to be bulletproof next season. It makes me sick to have to say next season, but that's the facts of the matter. We need to be bulletproof. That is how difficult a title race is. Just 1 week and you're out. And many will say you were never in. So... and you can't even argue with it because the race don't really start right now. It starts in Feb. So, harsh lessons to be learned again. But unfortunately, this is what December does to us, man. We've been here before. We've been here before. I don't understand why we act like we have no ambitions when we have UEFA restrictions. UEFA restrictions. Did UEFA restrictions scout the players? Yeah, 1 in, 1 out. That's fine. But did UEFA restrictions scout the players? I don't know. I don't think they did. We chose the players. We know the rules. We know the wage cap. These things are all there for a reason, and I get it. But UEFA restrictions is not the only reason why we're here. Let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. That's not the situation. The situation is these are the type of players they like. And we saw, we've seen that. And anyway, even if that is the case, what are we going to do? We're restricted again next season. So are we just going to just keep being this before? What are we going to do? We're just going to just keep being this because we're restricted for the next 3-4 years. However long we're restricted for. Bruh. If we're going to be the smartest, we got to find a way around that. You know what I mean? You can't be finding all these loopholes and then making excuses for why you can't get to the top. I thought we were the bee's knees. You know what I mean? I thought we were untouchable. I thought we were judge us after 4 windows. David Ornstein Bombers. Now suddenly we got excuses. We need 4 more seasons or some shit because of the restrictions. No. It's not gonna wash. Love from New Jersey, Matisse. Caicedo carry job incoming, 4 games, no wins, won't be good. Come on, Chelsea. I don't really know how to feel about today in terms of confidence. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know how to feel. I'm looking forward to it because it's a break from the Premier League. I think it's Champions League. It's gonna be a different type of game. I don't know though. It's just have to see what happens for once. Usually I've got like a quite firm feeling going into a game, but today I don't really know what to feel. Exactly. Restrictions didn't stop us from spending 100 million on Garnacho and Gittins, 100 million on João Pedro and Delap. Choices, people, choices. And as I keep saying, with all of these, controversial decisions, I say, okay, let's see if you prove us wrong or you prove us, let's see what they do. And at the moment, it's not looking like enough. So, you have choices, you make decisions. Don't run. Difference between poor form and good form is Caicedo. I'd like to think that we aren't reliant on any one player. We shouldn't be. We've got far too much options in the squad numerically for that. Obviously, the quality is another thing. But I'm not going to put it all on. Obviously, Caicedo needs to be there, and he is the most irreplaceable player we have. Let's be honest, in terms of profile, followed very closely by Cole Palmer. But even still, man, you need to be able to make it work. It's only been a couple of games. And 1 point out of 6 is not the one. Not the one. Are you concerned that Hato's not being trusted? I'm experiencing some anxiety due to Cucurella's heavy workload. Yeah, he'll play against Cardiff. But I think there's something about Cucurella that when he's not in the team, there's a lack of intensity, or the intensity levels do drop quite significantly. Obviously, Caicedo is a massive part of that as well. But I think he really does look at Cucurella as like a tempo setter. Not on the ball, but off the ball. Whether it's counter press, whether it's just that aggressiveness that he brings. And he that kind of just almost reverberates across the rest of the team. That kind of, just snowball effects across the rest of the team. His energy, his kind of just raw, I don't know what it is, but it's this raw kind of tempo that he has. I don't know how to describe it, but when you don't have him on the pitch, you notice. You really do notice. I'm not saying from a quality perspective he's irreplaceable, although in this squad he is. But the last couple of times I've seen us without Cucurella, boy, it hasn't been good. Hato certainly can't replace the intangibles that Cucurella brings into this team. So I understand the hesitancy. But at the same time, you're right. We do need to rotate. But I don't think today is... He's not going to do that until Cardiff, you know. He's not going to do that till Cardiff. So, but yeah, I think the word I'm looking for is when Cucurella is not in the team. There's a lack of personality. I think in the team. I think the personality in the team drops off massively when he's not there. It becomes very plain from a personality standpoint. I wouldn't be surprised if he looks to him a lot for and Enzo as well for a lot of the communication on the pitch, or just making up the physicality of the team as well, because otherwise it might become a bit of a weak team as well, easy to push over. But yeah, it's definitely void of passion. I think, yeah, I'm trying to find the right words, but if he's not there, it does feel very passionless. It does feel very, very plain, very, I don't know, yeah. Personality is what I'm thinking. Um, would you? Oh well, would you play Neto in the 9? I mean, he's an option. Where's Tyreek George gone? You know, is he injured? I don't think he is. Actually, wait, is he? Maybe he is. That's actually something that was just dawning upon me today. Where's Tyreek George? Maybe he's not. I don't know where he's gone. Talk about shooters, and you talk about options up front. George is on the bench today. But where's George been recently? But maybe he's just not been able to make the bench. But yeah, George is on the bench today. So I was actually wondering where he is, because I didn't know if he was injured. I'm not used to typing out his name anymore. But he is on the bench today. But yeah, it feels like we haven't spoke about Tyreek George for a while. Obviously, he's probably going to leave in January anyway. He's probably going to get flipped. Same way we haven't spoken about Buonanotte. They've just not been making the bench. Maybe there's no space in the Premier League bench. And yeah, they've just kind of just gone under the radar. But he's going to be an option up front. We know Maresca likes to play him up there. Gu's going to be an option. Neto's going to be an option. This is what I'm worried about. Obviously, Delap's only out for 4 weeks, so maybe January doesn't even come into it. But we're not looking at that position in January. That striker position is with you until the end of the season. Gu can't play for another club because he played for Sunderland. And now he's played for Chelsea. You can't play for 3 clubs in one season. Sunderland definitely don't need him back. They're like high flying in 6th, 7th in the league. So he won't be going back to Sunderland, and he's not going anywhere else because he literally can't. So Gu's staying until the end of the season. George might get sold, but you still got João Pedro, you still got Delap, and then you still got Pedro Neto. So that is your striker situation to the end of the season. So those guys better start firing, because that's it. There's no new players coming in there. It's not happening. Would you sell Tyreek George? Me personally, I still would. Yeah, I'd probably sell him with a buyback, or with a matching clause or whatever. But he's not going to play up front for Chelsea. I think Tyreek George is a really nice player if you're playing inside forwards, if you're playing like inside 10s, the 3-4-3 Man United play. If he's playing in that kind of Matisse Cunha position, I think that's a really nice position for him. I don't want Tyreek George playing right up front, back to goal, hold up play, crosses, headers. But I would like Tyreek George playing just off the striker, in the center of the pitch, because he can get those shots off from distance, etc. Do his link up play, and we don't play that system. And he's not going to play ahead of Cole Palmer. He's not going to play ahead of João Pedro in the 10. So there's just no point. But there's definitely a spot for him in the right system, but it's not this one. I actually would like to see Tyreek George, and it's a wild shout maybe. I'd like to see Tyreek George go to Syria and play in that system in an Italian team. I think he'd do brilliant in Italy. I think Tyreek George would do really, really well in Italy. In Italy, I think he'd do very well in that, because they all, a lot of them play those systems. Obviously, Atalanta are one of them. They're playing that tonight. I think he'd do really, really well in Italy in that Lookman position. So I'd like to see it. You get a lot less of those teams doing it in England. Because Lookman in England wasn't really doing a madness, and then obviously he's gone over there now and just raised his whole profile. So sometimes it's just the right environment, the right systems. McTominay's gone to Napoli, done a madness as well. So you're seeing more and more players from the Premier League that are going over there and finding some success. And we know he's not got blistering pace, but he'll look a lot quicker in that league as well. So I think he'd do very well there, I do. All right, let me go through the rest of the super chats because I think I'm way off on that. If you're here, you're legendary from Brazil. Big up to you, brother. Sad state of Chelsea to be level with United, said Assad. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really thinking about it. I didn't really care if Man United beat Wolves. They were gonna beat them anyway. Let's be honest. I was not looking at Wolves to do anything. But I'm not asking for favors in a top 4 race. I'll be real. Like, it's just getting silly now. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, man. Like, we just take care of our own business. If we do that, we shouldn't even have to think about Man United or Tottenham or Newcastle. Like, come on, man, what are we doing here? So, I don't care. We already had a bad week. We already knew we had a bad week. I don't really care who's level on points with us because I know we're not on enough points. So I'm only looking at us and thinking, what are we doing? I'm not thinking about who's level on points with us. Man United with that manager are not going anywhere fast. They're going to drop loads of points. Tottenham are going to drop loads of points. You know, these teams, man, they're going to drop so many points that if we're with them, the only people we have to be angry with is ourselves. We don't need to think about them. So, yeah, we really just need to get ourselves sorted, man. And then we don't need to talk about Man United at all. But yeah, it's sad. But it doesn't bother me because if Man United don't win that, I'm not any happier. We're 2 points ahead of them. I'm still pissed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be pissed with us before I'm annoyed about anything else around us. So Man United's points tally right now is not really relevant because I'm already annoyed with us. So hope he can sort his yard out and stay safe, my people. Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Are you still in a war? I mean, I said a war for top 4. I don't really think we should be going to war for this top 4. But it's kind of what we do in the last few years, you know. This is what we go to war for top 4. So, you know what I mean? Battling someone. I'd like it to be comfortable, but at the moment we're 5th. We're not even 4th. Crystal Palace are ahead of us. So, yeah, for the sake of the getting the use out of the bulletproof vest and the armor, may as well call it what it is. To be honest, you know what I mean. May as well call it what it is, because if December continues to be dirty and nasty, then we ain't gonna have no choice whether we want to be in there or not. It's gonna be apparent. So yeah, hopefully not, brother. We're not going for anything that important. This is top 4, you know. Just we're not going for anything important. Did you see Mudryk ban is apparently getting lifted? We let him get a minute again at Strasbourg or sell him on and take the hit? Oh, I forgot all about this guy, you know. I forgot all about this guy. Oh my days. Personally, I sell him because I never rated him that highly. But that's me. If you rate him, you're gonna want to loan him to Strasbourg, let him see if he can do something, and then try and ease him back in. Me personally, I'm selling him because I just take the hit, bro. Just take the hit and keep it stepping, bro. He was already not performing to the level. Now he's been out for all this time. He now needs to do, not a Pogba, not that level, but he needs to go back through all of the training to get back up to fitness and speed. He's probably been in the gym, but even still, you know, match sharpness, and it's just long, bro. It's long. If Shakhtar Donetsk or, I don't know, any other team want to come in with a liquid 20 million, 15 million, bro, just take him, bro. Honestly, just take him. I personally don't care. At best, he's coming back and being a squad player, and we've got enough of those. So I'm really not excited about the return or anything. I'll be honest. But that's just me. Some people will rate him really highly and want to see him, but for me, 2026 is coming around in a couple of weeks. I've moved on. I've moved on. Edison and Darun. Let's look at this Atalanta midfield today versus James and Caicedo. I've heard big things, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. Kolasinac, how old is Kolasinac? He must be like 34, 35? Must be older. When I see names like this, I really do wonder to myself, what are we really dealing with in terms of the age? Let me just double check. I know Zappacosta ain't no spring chicken either. Kalazanac, 32? What? No way. This brother's only 32. And he only just turned 32 as well. I thought this brother would be like 35. Minimum 34. Fair enough. Fair enough. Edison's going to be all over. Yeah. I think I remember talking to Edison with Saeed because he wanted a new midfielder, obviously, because the midfield is imbalanced. And I think that was one of the names we was talking about. So, yeah, let's see what he's on. Alvarez is an absolute non-starter mid-season, bro. No chance. No chance. I don't even think it's even a starter in the first place because the wages are probably astronomical, but it's definitely not a starter mid-season. Mateta's contract runs out in 2027. That's the only reason. That's not the only reason. That's one of the reasons why I said it was more realistic because his contract's actually running out. It's going to be 18 months left. Palace might want to get a fee, get a younger player in, and then try to future-proof the position. And the player could probably be, could definitely be put into a situation where he's disillusioned, unsettled, World Cup year. I don't know. I think there's more legs to that. But I still don't think we're going to go for him because, of course, we don't go for anyone that's over the age of 25. So, in its own right, it's not that realistic either. So nothing really is in this world. Oh, dear. So, yeah. Let me see. Another super chat. Think you got more of a chance in the Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup than Prem? Yeah, absolutely. But we knew that, There was no point at this part. There was no time in this season where anybody thought we'd win the league. Yeah? We want to be involved. I don't think we should be ashamed as fans to want to be involved. That's kind of like our natural instinct. We know we're not involved now. We knew we weren't really capable of being involved because we never said at the start of the season we're gonna win it. If you're not saying you're gonna win it and you're not favourites or you're not joint favourites, then you don't really believe you can do it. And none of us really ever believed we could do it. And when you're predicting second, that's because that means that you don't think you're gonna win the league. Like that's the pinnacle of what you can achieve. That's like the ultimate. That's like the peak level of hope, which is a joke because you should be aiming to win. And we were second, funnily enough, for a bit. But yeah, we're not cut out for it. So we got to go for the cups. And yeah, let's see if we can win. Listen, if you can win the Champions League, no one cares about the league now. That's the ultimate way of washing your hands and saying, right, you forego the league, but you won the Champions League, so nobody cares. Nobody's ever looked at a Champions League winning campaign and said, oh, damn, we didn't win the league that season. It just doesn't exist for any club in this on this planet, even Real Madrid. So that's how you make up for it. But are we one of the favourites? No, we're not. So again, you'd have to move mad. At the moment, I'm not thinking past the Carabao Cup. We got Cardiff. For me, you should be treating that game like it's a massive game because it is. Get to the semi-final and treat that like it's a final, and then treat the final like it's a penalty shootout in a final, because we need to win that. We need to win that, man. We need to win that Carabao Cup. I'm not even joking. So I was fuming when we went out of it last year. Every year I'm fuming when we go out of it. I'll be annoyed again if we go out. So I want to win that cup. Focus on that. That's the first cup. That's the first trophy available. So focus on that. Don't think about nothing else. Right. I can't lie. Versus me on FIFA, you shit player. Did I play you on FIFA, yeah? That must have been a long time ago, though, because I haven't played FIFA in a minute. But you probably did whoop my ass. I was a lot better when I was younger. I don't know why. Now, I think I could hack it on Legendary, but when it's coming to Ultimate, I mean, I don't think Ultimate was ever a an easy ride or anything. Even when I was in my heyday, I think Ultimate was peak. If you're playing Ultimate, your levels are nasty. You know, if you're winning on Ultimate consistently, then you're kind of cooked. But me, if I ever played Ultimate when I was in my prime, I'm having to concentrate like crazy. I'm having to put blood, sweat, and tears into that to the point where it's not even fun because you're having to concentrate so much. It's not even enjoyable. Like you can't make a mistake, otherwise you've conceded. So yeah, I think Legendary is just a nice little. You know, I just kind of want to hold the pad a bit loosely and just enjoy my life. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to squeeze the cables out of the controller. So any ultimate dons, fair play to you, but that's not my life. I'm not living. Right, we're gonna kick off in a few minutes. We're gonna kick off in a few minutes. Blood, sweat, and respect. Also, the Christmas tree's up. Hey ho, the decoration. You see, the Christmas tree is up. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more decorating, but I don't really know what else I can do, to be honest. We've also gone with some blue and white on the lights. I only just realized I could do that yesterday. I'm very angry. I've done like Barcelona watch-alongs where I could have done like a mixture of blue and red and all these stripy teams. So I've only just figured that out. But yeah, we're here. We're learning. We're learning about what we actually have here. So we'll get there. But yeah, the Christmas tree is up. The Christmas tree is well and truly up. Would it be cheeky to tell you that I've got a branching out coming out on Thursday? I don't know. I don't know if that's cheeky. I don't know if that's cheeky, but I've said it now. So and then I've got 2 recordings next week. So it's gonna be a busy end to the year. We won't leave you hanging on Christmas Day. We won't leave you hanging. Zappa Costa on the lineup. Thought for a second I clicked on the older stream. Yeah. How old is that guy? He must be like 33 as well, man. He must be like 33. All right, let me see if I can get some coverage, man. Inter Milan are playing Liverpool at the San Siro as well. Tottenham are playing Slavia Prague, and Barcelona are at home to Frankfurt. Those are the games. Those are the games. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, bro. About insurance. I didn't ask him, to be honest, but I assume that, you know, it's just he either doesn't have it or, you know, he's having issues. So yeah. I can imagine that it's probably not doable. I don't even think if I got my shit stolen, like phones and stuff, I don't even think I'd even get that replaced over here, to be honest. Let me get something. I don't know. Do you guys have like insurance on phones and stuff? If your phone gets stolen, I think you're just cooked. I've never really, thankfully, I've never had the situation happen. But I think if your phone's stolen in this country, you're cooked. To be honest, I mean, you probably can pay for it, but I'd say probably a lot of us aren't even paying for it. If it's gone, it's gone. If you buy it outright, I guess contract, maybe these things make a difference. But yeah, I've always assumed if my phone gets stolen, I'm finished. I'll be honest. I've never expected anybody to come and give me my new phone because it ain't gonna happen. I assume it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I think when you're going on holiday and stuff, you will get it insured and stuff. Yeah, Apple Care and yeah, stuff like that. Definitely travel insurance and stuff, but just in your yard, maybe not. Right, we're gonna kick off. Time is gonna be in sync. No, it's not. That's a lie. The game's kicked off, chat. Bear with, as always. We're a little bit behind. Thank God this is Champions League. I think we need this, you know. Premier League has been exhausting. Premier League has been exhausting. We needed a break. We actually needed a break, guys. It's just been like back to back to back disappointment. Because Arsenal draw, disappointed, even though it got worse. Leeds, absolutely fuming. Bournemouth, nearly fell asleep. So, yeah, I think we needed a bit of a Champions League break. Fresh competition, fresh things at stake. Premier League is draining. This is not in sync, so don't even bother with that timer because I'm going to change it again, but we're going to get there one day. Come on. Come on, Chelsea. All right, this will be in sync now, guys. I'm once again asking for us to put our foot on that football and try and see if we can take control of this game. Still not really in sync. To keep playing catch up. Bear with. Atalanta currently in possession. Down this right-hand side, Cucurella is intercepted. We're wearing the white kit again. I'm actually wearing that as well. Little white kit today. Still no word on the shirt sponsors. They think we've forgotten. Still waiting. Don't know what's going on. I think I'm just going to assume it's never going to happen. I think we're never going to get a sponsor again, guys, to be honest. Never getting a sponsor again. It's over for us and the sponsor. Take that down. Nice. João Pedro, brilliant touch. Gittins. Uses his body well. Cucurella, nice. What I need to see from João Pedro today is I'm praying he's going to have some sort of presence in the box. We spoke about wanting to see like headed goals from him. He then went on to go and get a couple of headers in the Club World Cup and also against West Ham. But then you don't really tend to see him contesting for headers in the box. Obviously, he's been playing in the 10 recently, but I just need him to actually play as a striker today. That would be lovely. It would be a great start. If João Pedro could take 2 shots today, 2, that would be huge. Huge win. Huge dub. Huge W. I want João Pedro. I challenge you to take 2 shots today, João Pedro. 2. Not 1, 2 shots. That's how many shots do you guys challenge for João Pedro today? How many shots do you want him to take? Let me know in the chat. Just put in a number. For me, I'm challenging him to 2 shots. This is my challenge. 2 shots. Not even 2 goals. 2 shots I need from João Pedro today. I'm not even joking. I need 2 shots. I might even up it to 3, you know. Oh, we're saying on target. Ross, you man are doing the most. Man said on target. I'm not even asking for on target. I just want to see him shoot. I'm gonna bump it up to 3 shots because I think 2 shots is a little bit too. And they can't be blocked. Man said I just need. Man said just give me 1 blocked shot and I'll be happy. This shot doesn't even make it to goal. Man just says, just give me a shot that hits man's ankles or man's shins and I'll take it. I'll take that happily. Look at the space on the left. Wide open for Lookman. Good tracking from Enzo. 3 shots, 1 on target. 4 shots. 4 shots, 2 on top. Man said 4 shots. You're crazy. 6, you're mad. You've lost your mind. Anything more than 4 is blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy, I'll be real. Anybody saying 6 and 5 and all this is crazy. You've lost your mind. For me,
I'll take 3 shots. I'm not even joking. 2 was maybe not enough. I'll take 3. I think 3 is fair. 3 shots over 90 minutes. I'll take it. 3 shots, 2 on target. Oh my days, we were so close to conceding. That was close. That was close. Even a scuff shot. Oh dear. No, not from the whole team. We're just talking about João Pedro shooting. We're not talking about the whole team. 3 shots from João Pedro today. That's my challenge. I'm going to bump it up from 2. I'm going to go 3. Yo, someone said an own goal would be good enough. These lot don't even ask for a goal. They ask for any goal. Own goal. We'll take an own goal, you know. We'll take an own goal from João Pedro, man. We'll take an own goal. Any goal is a goal. If that hits Sanchez's leg in a different way, it's a tap-in for the on-rushing attacker. Well played, Cucurella, just last man defending. That's a free kick. That's a poor tackle from Badia Shaw. Lock-in people were getting moved to. It's true, we need to stop messing around. Messing around. They're playing out from the back and playing out at the moment. It's good You see that, and I tried to articulate this in the worst way imaginable before the game. But Cucurella, you see that counter press and the way that they clear it out of play. That's the level of intensity and energy that he just always brings, regardless of how much we might worry that he's cooked physically because he just keeps playing. He just keeps bringing you those energy levels, and that level of intensity on the counter press is important. And also, if you're playing Hato over there, you have to kind of almost go to a back 3, but change the dynamic to the left side. Because for me, when Hato did play in Cucurella's position, but he was allowed to go forward into the half spaces, allowed to attack the box, allowed to double up with the winger, he looked like a fish out of water. And that's not his position. He's a left side defender, left back / centre back, back 3, I think. And then you let the right side do all of the Cucurella pushing. You let the Gusto go and do exactly what he does on the right-hand side. So you can't really play, say, a Josh and a Hato maybe in the same team on the fullback positions, because the way Maresca wants to play, he wants one of those fullbacks to go and contribute higher up the pitch. So I'd prefer Josh than Hato today, if you're picking between the two. Josh, well done. Enzo. But let's see. Maybe Josh will get forward, I'm assuming that he's not going to get that far forward, but maybe he will. If he does, that'd be brilliant, because then we can see the versatility. The versatility that we missed in the Bournemouth game. But yeah, hitting the 10-minute mark soon. Gittins and João Pedro are pressing in a 2 at the moment. Let's just see how it works. I mean, yeah, what you're getting right now is you're getting almost Neto and Cucurella acting as wing backs, and you're getting a pressing front 2 of João Pedro and Gittins. Gittins is quite close to João Pedro. He's a lot more central maybe than usual, and you're getting the 2 energetic, Neto and Cucurella, the 2 runners, really high up the pitch there as well in the wide areas. So it is almost like you're matching them in a 3-4-3 in our own way. Enzo's kind of playing that middleman Mason Mount role, you could call it, when he was there under Tuchel. But there looks like the possibility that we could match them in a 3-4-3 as well, or 3-4-1-2. Enzo with a pop shot, nowhere near. How do you feel that WWE wrestler up front, this is that is training for WrestleMania, and João Pedro, which is the pacifist as he refuses to shoot? How do you feel about it? You know me, bro, with the striker situation, I was very, very angry on deadline day, to the point where I didn't even do a deadline day stream. I just made the video. As soon as the clock hit, I had the video out in my dressing gown, titled "We Failed on the Incomings." And I remember, because Eunice was still live, maybe George was live as well, and then I was watching, because I knew it was gonna happen. It's quite fun, YouTube, because I wasn't live, they were live, so I was actually a consumer. I was just listening to their. I was like, let me just enjoy the deadline day. Let me hear what they got to say. They're covering it. I'm just gonna I've done my video now, because I know we're not signing no one. Because you can get a feeling for these things. You guys probably all knew as well. So I just said, I'm just going to listen to them. Nothing's going to happen. And then as soon as I dropped it, I just saw their chats going off. Matisse has said that we failed. It's a fucking outrage. How could he say this? What's he done? He's dropped it. He dropped a bomber. I just said, fuck, man. I'm gonna take some abuse, but that's just how I felt. I wasn't impressed with the way it ended, and it is what it is. I think that video got like 1,200 comments or some shit. Most of it's probably a lot of cussing, but it is what it is. Is what it is. And it's not even Jackson revisionism. I'm sure we're going to speak about it on All You Can Eat Chelsea tomorrow. It's not even Jackson revisionism. I'm not here to sit here and tell you that Jackson is the solution, because he was some sort of goal machine. He clearly wasn't. The guy can't finish. He couldn't head the ball. His ball striking ability is very, very weak. You know, so he isn't the solution. Madueke isn't the solution, you know, but not making significant upgrade on these guys and sideways steps, which is what it feels like right now, is also not the solution, you know. There's no point selling brilliantly and then replacing with players that you're arguably going to be in debate to move on in a few years. That's the merry-go-round. Here's Neto. Go on. Oh, unlucky. People are saying it's got to be a pen. Let me take a look at it again. I don't think it was a pen. You guys claiming handball. Ball in. Oh, headed away. Flicked on. João Pedro. Cleared again. No, he wasn't. Madueke wasn't a great player for us. See, this is the thing. That would be revisionism, in my opinion. Madueke was not a great player for us. He was inconsistent. Hot and cold. Had a couple of top attributes like dribbling, ball carrying, and a lot of meaty ones. You can't be a top player for us without sticking up. Minimum 10 goals from the flank, 10 assists. Consistently. If you can't do that, and then the overall gameplay is leaving a lot to be desired as well on the eye test, you can't be a top player for this club. But does he, you know, he has his strengths. Ball in, cleared. He hasn't done anything different at Arsenal since he's gone there. That's what I keep telling them. We haven't learned nothing new about him since he's gone there. He's just a squad player as well. Atalanta got a player gone down on the pitch. The referee's going to stop the play, so there's not going to be any more. There's not going to be any more action there. And we've just hit the 15-minute mark. So I'm going to actually keep you up to date with the other Champions League scores as well. There is no goal. Actually, no, there's goals.
Monaco nil, Galatasaray nil, Atalanta nil, Chelsea nil, obviously. Barcelona nil, Frankfurt nil, Inter Milan nil, Liverpool nil, PSV 1, Atletico Madrid nil. Goal came from Till. USG 1, Marseille 1, Tottenham 0-0 with Slavia Prague as well. You'd want to qualify automatically, obviously, just because you don't want to play the extra 2 games in January. I think it is late January, early Feb. I don't know. You don't want to play those games if you can help it. We're expecting to be in a Carabao Cup semi-final. That's going to be 2 legs. Premier League football, FA Cup 3rd round. We drew Charlton away, Valley. I like that, actually. I like that draw. So you really don't want to be playing an extra 2 Champions League games if you can help it. It's a lot of football in January. So let's see if we can make top 8. Both teams on the pitch today are actually currently in top 8. Atalanta at 8th as well. If we win, we have the opportunity to go into the top 4 as it stands. And that would make a big difference, I think. No. You're not gonna say Matisse gassed up João Pedro. We were all excited in the Club World Cup. Let's not do this. Everybody was excited. Don't do this. In the video, when he signed, I was very fair. I was balanced. A lot of people actually said I was a bit too harsh. I said I like the player. I said I worry about the goal tally, the output, the potential squad player that he might become, and I said I worry about the aerial ability as well, which he hasn't really proven wrong because he's not really shooting enough and having enough headers to really judge if the heading is levels. So don't do that. But was I excited? Absolutely. And I don't regret it. You can't not get excited. When man's dunking and dinking over PSG in a final, you're absolutely going to be excited about what the hell is going on. That's just being a football fan. You can't watch that and not get excited. The guy was moving mad. The guy was moving absolutely mad. He's selling us dreams, fam. What can you do? I said don't introduce me to a lifestyle you can't maintain. And at the moment, that's exactly what he's gone and done. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that this is just a phase that he's going through. I still like him as a player. Players like him, I'm always gonna like. Do you know what I mean? Because I just like them at their best. But boy, when they're at their worst, they become very wishy-washy, you could say. Let's see. I haven't given up on him, though. I have hope. I'm hoping it's just a bad patch. Right side. Woo! Big save, Sanchez. Oh, this guy is saving our bacon, bro. This guy is saving our bacon. I said it after Bournemouth. And it's wild, where would we be if Sanchez was on his nonsense? Where would we be if Sanchez was on his nonsense from even last season, let alone the season before? Where would we be if he was in his Pochettino era goalkeeping? Where would we be? Because this guy is saving us right now. Big block from Josh. Sanchez, Sanchez has been good this season, you know. It's mad. He's still making some crazy passes 1 or 2 times, you know, but he takes risk. But apart from that, the guy's been good, bro. He's been good this season. Here's João Pedro. Yeah, big up Josh, man. Have we had a shot? No, we did have a shot. Enzo Fernandez had the shot. He smacked it over the bar. I was wondering but we have had a shot, yeah. We've had a shot, chat. Oh, it was, yeah. Oh, I thought Sanchez saved it, but no, it was blocked from Josh. And Sanchez was just right behind him, ready to pounce. That's what Josh does. That's what Josh does. Enzo,
Good ball. Neto. Fuck. Can't really say anything. It was a good tackle, you know. Good tackle. A lot of players from Atalanta going down. We don't have the same. We don't seem to have the same spirit in our play. It's very, very. It's like we're tired. I don't know. Like we look a bit cooked. We look cooked, guys. Where's the? There's nothing. There's no. You know. There's no sprinkles. There's no decoration. There's no. Not. It's flat. Exactly. Flat is the word. We look very flat. There's no energy in our play. There's no creativity. There's no like combination play. There's no patterns. Very flat. We don't even look like, I don't know. I'm not going to say we don't know what we're doing, because I'd like to think we've been under this manager for long enough to know exactly what we're doing, but very flat. No energy, no life. Just very, very lifeless performance so far in the first 20 minutes. This December is, boy, December. December. I think the best way to describe it is purely from a fan perspective. There's nobody in the attack I'm looking forward to seeing them on the ball. There's nobody at the moment where I'm like, I can't wait until he gets the ball. I can't wait until he gets the ball. Oh, we should get the ball to him. We need to get the ball more to him. I'm not getting that from this attack right now. There's nobody out there that I'm like excited to see get a touch of the ball. Like anyone can touch the ball at this point. It's whatever. João Pedro looks pissed. His mood. I just watched him kind of huff and puff because he didn't get the ball in a particular area I think he'd moved into. We just kind of went back. I'm keeping an eye on the body language right now because yeah, it's interesting. Not just from him, but just from the attackers in general. Maybe we're not spotting runs. I don't know. Let's see. Barcelona losing 1-0 to Frankfurt. I think they're at home. Like I said, we're going to be covering Real Madrid versus Man City tomorrow as well. 7:30 stream time start. Atalanta filled with past potentials. Here's João Pedro running down the channel. He's clapped that. He's very happy with Badiashile for playing that pass. Striker position is such a hard position to play, man. It's actually not for rookies at all. It's such a hard position to play. Here's Reece James, ball across. Yes! Oh, come on, man. Oh, it's offside. It's offside, chat. I was so... Aye. They gassed me. Reece James is on. Reece James is on. Hey, that's onside. That's a goal. Who's offside? No one's offside. Is it João Pedro offside? I can't really tell. But it looks like onside to me. Reece James is onside. I'm sorry. Reece James is onside. So they're doing a goal check. This is a goal. This is a goal, guys. This is a goal. I'm sorry. I didn't see anybody offside in that. And I'm blind. So you got to take my word for it. You know what I mean? If there's anyone who knows what they're looking at, it's me, of all people. So, you know what I mean? There's no way that's offside. Reece James is onside. I did the head tilt thing. I know where it is. João Pedro, I'm not sure. I think I didn't see anybody offside in that. That's why I celebrated. I'm actually confused that this even got brought. I think they're doing the goal check. I personally think it's onside. And if it is, João Pedro's got a goal, which is insane. He's got a shot and a goal. Oh. Is it going to count? I'm confused. I haven't got any audio. Yes! Why did the camera take so long to pan to the celebrations? Woo! Come on! Damn, take your time with it. Jeez. João Pedro scored. 1-0 to Chelsea. Thank goodness. And you know, that's what we asked from at the start of the match. Can you make sure that you're in the box where it counts? Be where you need to be to get goals. And he's exactly where he needs to be. Reece James, low-driven cross. He's at the near post. He's got the touch before the goalkeeper can get it. And it's through the legs, into the back of the net. It never looked offside. Never knew why it was flagged. 1-0 to Chelsea. Come on. Come on. Big goal. Come on, João. Big goal. Big goal. He needs that. 1 goal in 4 matches, they're saying, Champions League. His first goal in the Champions League. Oh, thank you, Reece James, man. Thank you, Reece James. And that is Reece James right there, you know. He's playing in midfield. He's got the license to play in the midfield, go left, go right. He's picked up the ball there on the left-hand side, an area that he'd never be in at right back, really. You'd never expect to see him. And Reece James is as good as anyone with either foot in this team, actually, anyway, in terms of just putting the ball where it needs to be put. He's actually technically far too good compared to a lot of the other players to actually be anywhere else but in the epicenter of this team and getting the most touches, switching the play the most, passing the most, you know, crossing the most, shooting the most. The guy is the best at most things in this team, at least top 2 and 3. So, yeah, this is nice. "28 minutes gone." I can't say that goal was coming because it wasn't, but I don't really care. I'll take it. I'll take it. It definitely wasn't coming. I didn't really know where our shot was going to come from, let alone our goal. But hey ho, we're here. Good pressing again. That's fantastic from Badiashile. Let's turn and face Enzo, João Pedro. Fuck! That's such a simple pass to Gittins, man. Come on. It's great play from Badiashile. We should be taking the advantage of that and getting a shot off. From João Pedro's pass is just way off. Should have easily played that to Gittins. Easily. He won't be able to play against Everton. Who? Reece. Reece will play against Everton. He will. He just won't play against Cardiff. In my opinion. That's how I see it going. He'll play against Everton and he won't play against Cardiff. The manager's fine to play him 2 games in a week. He didn't start against... Oh, no, he did start the weekend, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Well, let's see. That's a big thing. If Reece can play from the start against Bournemouth, Atalanta, and then Everton, I think he might have broken into new ground, new territory. Because we might not have seen that before. But let's see. Let's see what happens. But for me, he needs to start against Everton, if he can, and just rest him against Cardiff. It's a good finish from João Pedro. It's an easy finish, but it's a good finish. Atalanta, they're switching, looking for Lookman. Fucking hell, careful with the eye foot. Reece, nice. Cucurella. Nice, Reese. Come on, Chelsea. Let's try and get the second before half time. Got 15 minutes. Badiashile. Giving it away. Ball in. Fucking hell. Bloody hell, it's all loose back here, man. Come on, guys. It's a mess. Bro, Josh is so good, bro. But we've been saying this for what, 12 months. Two players I was speaking about is Josh Achampong and Samuel Smith. Now, Samuel Smith in the end didn't get any opportunity in the Conference League, so we couldn't really judge it. And then we couldn't really plan a pathway for him to back up Cucurella. Obviously, then go and get Hato, so it's kind of redundant. But, bruh, Josh is a special talent, man. That's why I didn't really care about us getting Huijsen. I remember we was linked with Huijsen in the summer, and I said, I don't really care because I know Huijsen's going to make mistakes. He's young. I saw him make mistakes against us when Madueke and Jackson were cooking his clock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, as much as Huijsen is really, really, really talented, and you've already signed in Semino and loads of other young defenders anyway, like, I don't really feel like that's the type of centre-back that's going to change the world for us. It's going to be someone that's just at their peak. But obviously, we're not going to pay for that and bring that in. But you've already got enough. You already got Josh right there. You got young, talented centre-back already. I don't think you need multiple young, talented centre-backs. I think you need Desai, and then you got Terry. You know? So that's what I think. Someone to hand the baton. Someone's got to carry it in the first place. Who's worthy. Listen, I don't really. You can't really compare like ceilings right now because they're all young. So I think you'd be silly to judge a defender at 19, 20, 21 anyway. You have to just see how they progress and how they develop. But their prime is for me late 20s, mid to late 20s, early 30s. But they're all talented. Just depends on the club. Club's got to develop them, put them in the right conditions, surround them with the right players to develop and improve, the right managers and coaching and all that. Apparently, Konate scored. That's crazy. 1-0. Who they playing? Can't even remember who they're playing. Oh, Inter. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's San Siro. That's big. Oh. I know it's offside, but are you seeing Josh? Are you seeing Josh? He holds the line, by the way. So he's the one that played that offside trap perfectly because he's the one that said, nah, I'm not getting involved. And then after he played it perfectly, he said, all right, cool. Regardless of whether this linesman can see or not, I'm going to get back and still make the tackle. Josh. And this manager was confused and discombobulated as to which one he should play. Give me a break. This brother locked up Mateta on game week 1 at Stamford Bridge in the middle of a back three. Give it a break. Give it a rest. The guy's quick. The guy's quick so you can play the high line. The guy's tall as fuck. He's tall. So the aerial thing is not a problem. The guy played right back. So he knows all about the wide defending and the recovering. And the back post headering away. Which Gusto failed at, unfortunately, with Mikel Merino. But it was a 2v1 against Arsenal. Because he's taller than Gusto. He's aerially going to be better than Gusto. Bruh. Man's confused. I don't think he needs to get muscle, bro. Because he's not weak. Like, he's gonna get stronger just naturally, I think, from playing at this level for longer. And he's gonna get a little bit stronger, obviously, because he's young. He's 19. So as he gets older, he's gonna do more gym and whatnot. He's just gonna get stronger. Naturally, he's gonna put on weight. But I don't want him to bulk out and become like a Disassi. Do you know what I mean? Like a can't turn, can't move. This guy's nimble as hell. This brother can turn, bro. This guy can twist. That's how you want it. This brother can fix his feet quickly and get into the right position. I don't want this brother turning like no truck. Sanchez clears. First header. Cucurella. It's Trev. Josh. It's basically a back three. Just look at it as a back three. It's a 3-4-3 we're playing. In my opinion, that's just basically what it is, man. May as well just look at Neto as a wing back, Cucurella as a wing back. The back three is very clear. We've matched them. Sanchez. He's gonna go long. Looking for Gittins. Ooh, goalkeeper. Goalkeeper. Gittins and Cucurella link up. I mean, they've not really played together enough to establish any chemistry, them two. So I'm not really surprised that there's not much link up there. Neto. Come on. Just try and get that second goal before half time. Change the whole game. Badiashile. Gittins. Badiashile. Fuck. We need to really be better at one-touch passing, man. Our one-touch passing can be really poor. Really, really poor. We'll just be ricocheting off our foot bottom. Ooh. Any good memories of Zappacosta at Chelsea? Well, it's that goal that he scored, really, isn't it? From the crossing position. Was it against Karabag? I feel like it was against Karabag at home. Yeah, scored a mad goal. But to be honest, outside of that, not really much. If I'm honest, not many memories, no. Which is mad because he wasn't here that long ago. Doesn't like when I think about it, it doesn't feel like that long ago that he was here. But
Yeah, I can't tell you too many standout moments. He probably, I mean, he wasn't part of our strongest lineup. You know, he was a backup right back, um, at best. You know, so is that a booking? It's been 10 years. So that's crazy, bro. Because it doesn't feel like 10 years ago. Time flies, bro. Doesn't feel like 10 years ago. That whole like that team under Sari doesn't feel like 10 years ago, and it hasn't been 10 years to be fair. It's been, well, what was that? 2019, yeah. So it's not been 10 years, and that's the team he was a part of. So he wasn't here 10 years ago. 17 to 2019, yeah, 7, yeah, 6, 7. Oh fuck's sake! Now you lot are gonna spam the chat like a bunch of donkeys, bro. It's like you man baited me into that, honestly. It's like you man baited me into that. And I knew it. As soon as I said it, I said, yeah, this is long. Don't be telling me to grow up. I'm just telling you. don't tell me to grow up. I'm telling you what's gonna happen, bro. Because I've been here before. I know what's gonna happen. So I'm just calling it for what it is. You think I wanna see this shit? You think I wanna see this shit in my chat, bro? As soon as I heard the words come out of my mouth, I said, shit. I barely even got the 7 out of my mouth before I regretted it immediately. How old are we, bro? We got a wide range of demographic in here. Oh, God, honestly. Ball in the box. I'm hoping. Hoping we can get that second goal. It's kind of petering out a little bit. I can see the average age of the viewers. Do you want me to tell you? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you I don't think I've ever done this before. Coming up to half time. I'm so annoyed I didn't get my Salah video done because I actually had so much to say. The moment has passed. All right, let me see if I can find. They're on the ball at the moment. Let me tell you the audience. So, as Atalanta currently have the ball, so 1.1% of you are aged 13 to 17, which is great news. Great news. 18.6% of you are 18 to 24. So that'll be the 6-7 crowd. Then a whopping 48.3% of you are 25 to 34, which is literally my age range because I'm 28. So you're right. I'm right in the middle of that. Then 21.5% are 35 to 44. And then 6.6% are 45 to 54. 2.7% are 55 to 64. And then there's 1.2% of you that are 65 plus. Doing up the pension thing. Big up to you. And there's 4.5% female, which I think has gone up over the years. So big up the females, because there was not that many of you here before. I know that for a fact. There was only like a strong 1.5% of you a couple years ago, but you've come in your droves up to a 4.5%. So if there's any single brothers in the chat, there's more females here than ever before. Oh dear. But yeah, that's the stats. That's the statistics. 44 minutes gone. 44 minutes gone. It looks like it's going to peter out to a 1-0 halftime, which, to be honest, for the way we've played, is fine. Like, we don't really deserve to be multiple goals ahead. You know, you're not looking at this performance and thinking, yeah, we've missed loads of chances. We've been by far the more dominant team. I think we've got a hold of possession a lot better since the goal, and we've been able to keep it a lot better.
Atalanta have gone into a shape, but Neto's actually come over to the left-hand side now, so let's see what's going on over there. Okay, Cucurella. Ooh! Woo! We could have had a second. Neto came over to the left-hand side to double up with Gittins. Him with Cucurella as well, so it was a triple overload on this side. And then Cucurella just kind of cut backs and tries to find Neto. If he'd found him, we may have actually potentially got a shot off that would have just resulted in a goal. Because, you know, from that distance, I don't really see what the keeper can even do. Here's James. Neto, nice. Good play from Neto. Cucurella, brilliant play from Neto and Cucurella. Ball in, it's not a great cross. Should do better. He had great play there until the cross. If he just gets a good delivery in there, it's perfect. But yeah, I think if we can get a second goal, you know, I think they don't look like they have enough quality going forward as much as they've tried to bring that 2-goal deficit back unless we do something stupid. But if we just manage ourselves, we should be all right from there. It's a game that you shouldn't have to win in the Champions League. You can make it difficult for yourself if you want. But if you just come and do your job, you should be able to come and win these type of games. Little 2-0. At the moment. Hopefully that's the way it's heading. Oh, good flick on. That's a great flick on. Enzo, has he got the pace? Really? Not really. Not really. It's not the guy you want running in behind. He's not got the pace to get away from his defender and create that separation for the shot. He's not got it. If that was Neto running in behind, it might be 2-0. It might honestly be 2-0 because the pace he's got, he would have been gone. It's going to be half time in a minute. I will bring up the subs bench at half time, yeah, absolutely. I will. He's just not quick. Yeah, he's not quick. He's never been quick. He's never going to be quick. Enzo is never going to be rapid. It's just not him. It's just not him at all. You get that. Certain players, that's just they're limited in that, is what it is. I don't really ask for speed from Enzo anyway. It's never been something that we've asked from him. Even Lampard wasn't fast. But boy did he know how to make it work. It's our greatest ever player. He wasn't even rapid, but his stamina and his engine was absolutely phenomenal. Because he just made sure that he covered all the grass and all the pitch equally with the same intensity throughout. Managed it fantastic. Half time, 1-0. I think we got better as the half went on. I'm not going to say we were brilliant the whole half, but we got better since the goal. And we're winning. And it's away from home in the Champions League. So as much as it's not jaw-dropping, and it definitely looked a little bit... It looked very lackluster in the first part of that half before the goal. At least we are ahead and we're in a good position. We just need to finish the game off, guys. If we get that second goal, I think this game's done. I think there's two halves of one half. Two halves of the same half, you know? The first half of the first half wasn't great. It wasn't great. Second half of the first half, better. Encouraging. There's definitely chances. There's more chances to be created. But I think the forward line is still disjointed. It's not really clicking, which is maybe hampering us. Josh has been fantastic. I don't know if he's in line for... No, actually, I do. I think he's in line for man of the match. I feel very similar to how I felt about Fofana on the weekend. I think his performance was really good, and I think Josh has just come in and just literally matched it. I think Josh is really in line for man of the match. He's made some massive blocks. He's done some really good defending. We are keeping a clean sheet as it stands. I think he's in line for man of the match at the moment. Really, really impressed with Josh. But not surprised. Not surprised. Just that's what Josh does.
to be honest. Again, like I said, I don't think he's had a poor game all season. Whenever he's been called upon, he's done his job and done it very well. But this is the situation on the bench. Do we make subs? What subs do you make? You don't really want to make subs for the sake of it. So I'll go through it. Forget the goalkeepers, but you got Tosin. He's not coming on. Hato's there. You can't take Cucurella off until you're at least comfortable and the game's dead. And then hopefully you get to rest him for maybe the last 15, 20 minutes. But you really need to have the game wrapped if you're going to do that. Gusto, I don't think he needs to come on in this game. He plays a lot of Premier League games, and Achampong really could do with 90 minutes, I think, under his belt. Fofana, do you really need to bring him on? Probably not. If the game's done, hopefully you don't need to bring him on. Keep resting him. Santos is there. Could come on for Enzo, maybe for a few of you. Especially as the game gets further and further in, especially defensively, you might want someone a bit more mobile in the last 15, 20. But I don't think he'll do that. I think if he's going to bring off... Actually, no, you got James in there, to be fair. You could do it, yeah. You could bring on Santos for Enzo in the last 20, 15. I don't think he'll do it at half-time. George is always good for a goal, you know. Say what you want about George up front in terms of like his overall game, but the guy, if he gets a yard and he bangs a shot in, I could easily see George coming on and getting a second goal, like getting our second goal, just because he can strike a ball from different angles and situations. He can find the corners, pick his corners. So I actually wouldn't rule that out, even though I don't think he's a striker. I said that earlier, but if you need a goal, he can get you a goal. João Pedro has scored, so that's a big thing. Big thing. Can he go and replicate that and put that in the Premier League on a regular basis whilst Delap is out is another question, but he's done it here today. Esteval, Gu, Garnacho, Buonanotte. I don't really feel like this is a game for Buonanotte. I don't really see how he comes on, to be honest. I don't really look at him and think, yeah, he's going to come on and do anything important. If it's 2-0 and you want to keep the game ticking, keep the ball and just keep bopping it about, then you bring him on and he finishes. I actually look at Buonanotte almost as a defensive sub now, you know. I actually almost look at him like a defensive sub. The way he's played for us since he's come here, it's been very safe, very technically secure, just keeps things ticking. Doesn't really tend to play too many risky passes, just keeps the rhythm. You know, he's almost like you want to keep the ball. You just bring him on and keep the ball and that's it. But I'm not really looking at him as to cutting edge to go and get the second goal. Right. Let me see. Is there anything I've missed in the super chats? There definitely is. Master Blue, Josh Terry. Funny. I saw his TikTok video or whatever it was about Salah over the weekend as well. It's Rolls Royce James from now on. Great assist. Reece James, yeah, if he was playing centre mid, like weekly, bruh, and like every game, not rested and stuff, this brother could rack up some serious GA, you know, for a season, for a campaign. He could rack up some serious GA because there's nothing he really can't do in terms of striking the ball, set pieces, corners we saw for Chalobah, you know, the crossing from both feet now, passing. Bruh, could rack up some serious GA. Might have to move this brother to the 10. Chat to Reece James. Can you play in the 10 for us, darling? You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, that 10 position is anyone's to take. I mean, obviously, Cole Palmer's coming back, but might need you in the 10. Reece James is going to end up getting move him into the 9. Put Reece James up front. I want to see something. Yo, put Reece James up front. I'm trying to see something real quick because I'm pretty sure this brother can head the ball, you know. Played in the back three against Newcastle at home last year in a left side centre back, battering ram, blocking shots, winning headers. Header shots. I don't know. Hold up play maybe, back to goal. Let's see, man. Might have a strike. He used to play striker when he was a kid. I remember hearing Nigel, his dad, speaking on a podcast. James used to play right. He used to play striker as a kid. Then he got moved back. So yeah, it's all mad. Post the Salah video or give it to the members. There's no point me posting it now because this is not how the algorithm works. Unfortunately, it will just literally just die. It's just irrelevant now.
So anything I was gonna say, I'm probably gonna have to say it anyway, because when he leaves after AFCON, or whenever he leaves, it's gonna get brought up. The whole downfall of Liverpool, well, Salah at Liverpool started with that interview. But yeah, it could just be a members video as well. Lavia is scamming us. Delap is scamming us. Gitten scammed us. João Pedro scammed us. How forwards lack creativity. And the last super chat says, that was a nice, cute finish by João Pedro, wasn't it? I think Everton will be tougher test compared to Atalanta. Absolutely. Everton at home, David Moyes, Tarkowski, all of these guys, brick wall. It's gonna be and they're in form as well. They're 1 point behind us, bro. It's gonna be a real battle. It's gonna be a long day, bro. Trust me. It's not gonna go all our way and nice, easy day, open sesame. No, they're gonna be resilient. Everton, notoriously in Premier League last 3-4 years, regardless of where they finish in the league, relegation battles, if you go and look at their defensive record, goals against, it's always very strong. Pickford, Tarkowski, Braithwaite, whoever's back there, right? Michael Keane, the midfield, pure defensive midfielders in front there. They've always had good defensive record. So they don't concede loads of goals year in, year out. It's a common theme with them. If I go check the Premier League standings now, they've conceded, 17 goals in 15, which is good for them. For Everton, that's one less than City, one more than City, 2 more than us, 2 more than Villa, and yeah, and that's Everton. They're Everton. They're not us. They're not City. But that's the company they keep. Scoring goals is their issue. They've only scored 18 in 15, and that's much less than City. Wow, much less than us, and much less than pretty much everyone in and around that area of the table. Have got at least 20 something. So, but yeah, they don't have the most potent forwards or strikers, but they're going to make it very, very difficult. They're going to make our life very difficult. And they've got Dewsbury Hall and Jack Grealish and Ndai. Them brothers could step to us in terms of that attacking trio and the form that attacking trio is in versus the form that our attacking trio is in. You can't really say that, hey ho, we're miles clear. Our left wingers are not in form. You could say Neto is. You can try and say Neto is in form if you want. I don't know if he's in form personally. I don't think form is the word I would use, but I think he's contributed for sure. It's still not quite form. It's not consistent. João Pedro certainly isn't in form, and Palmer's only just come back. So Dewsbury Hall's in form. He's definitely in form. Scored a cracker at Old Trafford. So. Yeah, it's going to be close, bro. Bale started as a fullback before becoming a winger. Maybe us converting James into a midfielder isn't a bad idea. Producing more 9 out of 10s, 9-10s than Porsche. Listen, if you've got the quality at right back, that means he can go into midfield, which is the key here. That means Gusto has to be playing brilliantly. Achampong needs to be playing regularly, which he is playing tonight in Reece James's normal position, then you can afford to do that because you're not losing anything you're not compensating. There's not a trade-off. And that pivot with Caicedo feels strong. It feels like it can't be bypassed easily. It feels like aerially it can compete, on the ground it can compete, mobility-wise it can compete, technically it can compete. It doesn't really lack anything. You've got a defender in there. You've got press resistance in there. You've got tackles and interceptions in there. You've got switches of playing through the lines, shots from distance from both. You've got everything you need in there, really. So if that can be the pivot that stays, because Lavia at this point, you're just not even going to bother thinking that he can play on a regular basis for Chelsea. He's going to play every now and then at best, and he's not better than Reece James anyway, so he doesn't even need to start over Reece James. James is a much better footballer than Lavia, so Lavia just becomes deputy, and that's that. It's pretty simple. If Reece James can stay in there and be fit, it's done. I'm very happy with that, because when you play Gusto at right back and he does go far forward and he does overlap Esteval, overlap Palmer, if he doesn't get back in time, Reece James just offers that little bit of coverage, So it's really perfect. It's really perfect if it can be a regular thing. And even if you need to, you can drop, sometimes you want your 6 to drop into to centre back, right? For whatever reason, back 5 without making a sub. Reece James can just drop into centre back from that position. He's done it so many times. If the ball's coming into the box and you need someone from midfield to drop in there and just make an extra body, Reece James can drop in there, win the headers, and nothing's gonna go left. So, bruh, the possibilities are endless. If he can stay fit in that position, bro, it's game changer. And he has been fit, so just have to keep going. But that's halftime. I don't think I'd make a change, chat. Would you guys make a substitution? Let me actually put up a poll. I don't think I'd make a change. Because we ended that half getting better, I don't actually think I'd change anything because I don't want to potentially disturb the potential flow that was about to start. But I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to ask you guys. Esteval, I feel like there could be changes coming, but I feel like it's one of those where I'm not yet. I think I'm probably thinking go to 60 with that and see how we go from there. So many options on the bench, though. Do you want to go George? I'm going to give you 4 options, and they're all attackers. So we're going George, Guy, Garnacho, and Esteval. Not bothering with Buonanotte on that list there. So get your votes in. I feel like I could have gone Santos, but I don't feel like we're not gonna have Enzo come off at halftime. It's just not gonna happen. And I don't think I'd even do it anyway. Personally, I wouldn't do it anyway. So even though I think it's an option later on in the game, so I wouldn't take off Enzo. So yeah. 56% going with Esteval, 32% going with Garnacho. Looks like people want a winger on. And that winger that they want to come off, I'm assuming, is potentially Gittins. Neto's certainly done more than Gittins in that first half, so it has to be Gittins. Neto is actually starting to get in some good positions at the end of the half, to be honest. Second half's going to kick off soon. Just going to get some kind of timer ready. Imagine if this just ends 2-0. Another goal in the second half, limited shots, and we can all just have a day off. Imagine. It feels like a little bit of an impossible ask, but imagine that. Second goal, just give me that around the 55th minute, 57th, 8th minute. Professional job, clean sheet, no drama, no relentless pressure. Just keep ball, couple little subs, game time for everyone, and we move on with our lives. Imagine we got that. Fofana's coming on for 45 minutes. Well. Is it Trevor Chalobah coming off with that yellow card? Is he on a booking? Pretty sure he is. I think. No, it's Badia Shil, surely, isn't it? 45 for Badia Shil. That's what he tends to get. No, it's Chalobah. Chalobah's come off for Fofana. That booking. Yeah, Zappacosta's coming on as well. That booking for Chalobah has meant that he's off for Fofana. And you know what? I like the look. I like to see Fofana and Josh together, actually, for a minute. Because I've seen a lot of Chalobah in the last few weeks, and I know we're going to see Chalobah, so I'm not really worried about that. I think Chalobah's just coming off for the yellow. But I do want to see... That's the poll ruined. We didn't put a defender on the poll. Sorry, not Zappacosta. Zappacosta already came on before. But yeah, I just read that because it was on my sofa score. But yeah, Fofana... Fofana. Fofana for Chalobah. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Mm. Mm-hmm. Fofana and Josh in the same defense. Sign me up. Let me see what that's looking like. Because that's our two most talented guys, I think. Whilst Colwell's out. In terms of like raw talent, I think those are the most talented two we got that are fit. So I'm excited. I don't know if there's any balance. Let's see. They match up. What are they doing? What is this pinball, bruv? Look at this. Okay, Josh, you've just flicked it on for Atalanta, bro. Here's Lookman. Boy, try to chop us. Anybody with a yellow card is getting subbed. Interesting. It's 47 minutes. Come on, Chelsea. Keep the press. Go on, João Pedro. Press him. Good. It's a good pass from the keeper. Got too much on that. Enzo, don't think he needed to do that. Gonna get away with it? Nope. I didn't think he would. It was unnecessary. That's what I'm saying. Because really, I think he's getting the ball in that scenario anyway. Like the trajectory of where the ball was going and where Edison was standing. I don't think he needed to do that. Spurs are 2-0 up. Let me take a look at the other scores. Marseille 2-1 up in Belgium. Tottenham's second goal came from Kudus. And Liverpool are not winning at Inter. I remember when you guys said a Konate goal, and I just took it as gospel. But apparently it was disallowed. Must have been disallowed. I didn't even clock, because once I seen the goal update from you guys, I just said, all right, cool, finished. Because I'm not watching that game. But now I've gone and checked, and it's still 0-0, so it must have been disallowed. What happened with the Konate goal? Was it given as offside or foul? What happened there? It was handball. Yeah. Fair. That brother he can't even have a day off. He's been a shocking form this season. Man gets a goal and it's disallowed. Can't catch a break. He's not going to Real Madrid now. Not after that last few months of form. So I don't know where he's gonna better sign a new deal before maybe they don't even offer it to him at this point. Chelsea coming forward. Play it to Neto. Play it to Neto. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. If there's one thing in this world that is capping Enzo Fernandez, it is his physicality. His physicality is painful in these scenarios. If this brother had body, and I know it sounds mad, but I'm going to say it anyway. If this man had body, we wouldn't be in this position. Because there's a moment where you should shield the ball there and find your man. He couldn't find him. There's a moment there where he's running in behind. He doesn't have the pace to shield the ball to take the shot. Brother, it's just tiring. It's just peak. It's peak, bro. Just anyway, Reece James has slapped it twice wide. Reece James, you'd really expect him to hit the target there. He's pulled it wide. If th- he should score. I'll be honest. Someone of Reece James's quality should score that. He's inches wide, but he should score that. He had all the time. That's the thing. He rushed it in the end. The first shot was blocked. Second shot, he could take a touch. No one's near him. If he just takes a touch and just literally picks his spot, it's like a penalty for that, brother. He scores. He scores. Should be 2-0 up. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, we should be 2-0 up. Should be 2-0 up now. Is Salah? Oh, no. Yeah, Salah didn't travel. Of course he didn't. Someone just said we should sign him. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Offside. Offside. Clear as day for Atalanta. And Lookman, way offside. No one in our defense even batted an eyelid, bro. Everybody was just like, yep, that's offside. And then turned around and walked off. Them man didn't even look at the linesman to even check to see if he'd even given it. Them man just said, listen, that's offside, so we'll see you in a bit. Recently divorced Enzo. Bro, this is what man them are referring to him as his peak form. Man said in the chat, I missed recently divorced Enzo. Like it was a version of him. It was like it was a FIFA Ultimate Team card or something. I miss inform Enzo. I miss player of the year Enzo. I miss team of the season Enzo. It's mad. Shot blocked, saved. Imagine a card bringing your personal matters into it on FIFA, and this is the version. This is the card. Shiny, you know, worth loads. Might have to cop that type of card. Crazy. Oh dear me. Oh, it's crazy. Clipped him. Oh, headed away. Hooked away. Booted away. Launched. Smashed. "54 minutes. We do not want to let Atalanta get back into this game. This game could be done, dusted with some of the chances we've had now." Come on. Ball in. Oh, shit. We've conceded. What a shame. He's onside. It's a looping cross and there's just nobody near him. He's ahead of everybody. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking Josh can see him. Fofana is ahead of him, I think. but Josh can see him. You gotta get to him quicker. Maybe you're looking at Lookman, I don't know, but someone needs to be on him, and I'm thinking the person that can see him needs to be on him. But it's between Josh and Fofana. One of these men have to be on him. I don't really care whose responsibility you want to put it on, but one of them need to be on that guy, and neither of them are on him. He's a free man in our box. That's ridiculous. You can't have a free man in a box like that. Nobody up there. And he's already a giant, it looks like. So he's already got a crazy advantage in the air. But to not be on him is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, because I'm looking at Josh and I'm thinking you're probably dealing with Lookman for a cutback. So I get why you might be hesitant. But at the same time, you can see him. Fofana can't see him, but then Fofana's not marking anyone. He's just in no man's land. And you're a centre-back. So, I don't know. But yeah, it's just poor. Just let the man just trail off you like that. A lot of people are saying Fofana, so fair. But I need to watch it again. Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, people are saying Wesley, so fairs. Come on, guys, you're not gonna go and surely. Bruh. Shouldn't even be a thing. But that's the thing, 1-0's a dangerous score. And we had the chance to kill it with James and we didn't take the chance. And Enzo's had a couple little half moments. Wasted them. Could have killed this team, man. Could have really killed this team. I don't think they come back from 2. Oh, shit. Don't let him turn. Well done, Reece James. Skamaka. We've let Skamaka score against us. Go on. Go on. Oh. Corner for Chelsea. Neto's going to take it. Pain right now, man. Got to get this goal. Claim by the keeper as well. Pretty easy claim. Just watching that goal back just pisses me off, man. Such a simple goal for them to score. Nobody's challenging him. No one's even made it difficult for him. If you're going to concede that type of goal, you want to see your defenders bundling into the net, getting their shoes tangled up in the goal net. You want to see Skamaka getting dragged into the post, bro. You know what I mean? Just make it difficult for him at least. But the guy's chilling. He's literally just tapping. We need to be careful now because he's got a free kick. I can't remember how good Skamaka is at free kicks, but something tells me that he's got a free kick in him. Here he is to take it. Blocked by the wall. He's a technical player, Skamaka. Who is he playing for before West Ham? I'm trying to remember. Was it Sampdoria? No, it wasn't. Was it Torino? I can't remember this Italian team he was at. Might have been Torino. For some reason, that sticks out in my head. Oh! What a save from Sanchez! Oh my days! What in the world was that? Holy bro! Oh my days! Sassuolo, that's the one. Same place as Jeremy Boga. What a save! Oh my days! Lookman. Oh my days! They're applying some serious pressure. They're applying the pressure. See what that goal's giving them. It's giving them mad confidence. Because now they're applying the pressure. That is a mad save. Yeah, you can definitely make a case for Santos to come on now, I think. You're right. Maybe just get him in maybe for Enzo. Actually, definitely get him in for Enzo. I think Enzo physically has let us down a couple times. I think Gittins could come off as well. He hasn't really... Is he even still on? If he is, boy, I ain't seen him. I don't know what Garnacho really does in this type of game, but that is your option. Or Esteval, actually. You could get Esteval. I think actually Esteval coming on just to maybe hopefully humble them. Super sub. Bring on Esteval to play on the right. Move Neto to the left. And bring on Santos for Enzo. Get the counter press strong. Much stronger. Try and win the ball high up the pitch again. Santos is always good for intercepting and getting to the ball early. Him and Cucurella will do a good little press for us. That's what I want to see. I think Santos on for Enzo and Esteval on for Gittins. Just get some energy back into this team. Oh, that's a shocking pass. Josh, come on. Could do better than that, man. Just give the ball straight back. Win that. Oh, Josh, man. Fuck's sake. That's poor. It's Gusto getting ready. Yeah, fair. He will bring energy as well, to be fair. You could bring him, Estevan, and Santos on. Mad amounts of energy just get put into the team that way. Here's Enzo. Gittins. Boy, you could come off soon. You could come off soon, Gittins, I'm telling you. You could definitely be coming off soon. And just giving the ball away too cheaply again. We need to win this game. I don't Napoli away. Boy, Napoli away is tough. Napoli away is tough. You want this game you could see a win. I know Atalanta are way above Napoli in the standings. But I just feel like Napoli is a more, in terms of atmosphere and daunting. I think it's more daunting to go to Napoli than it is to go to Atalanta, just in terms of the history of the teams and what Napoli are. Napoli are currently second in Serie A. Atalanta are currently 12th. So, you know, take whatever league table you want to take. But Napoli, for me, that's a much tougher away game than Atalanta on paper. So, need to try and win this game. This is kind of like a strong semi-final Europa League game. That's what Atalanta make me think. Atalanta make me remind me of a strong Europa League semi-final. over 2 legs. That's what Atalanta are to me. If I'm being honest. Napoli's Champions League. Real Champions League. Substitutions, Neto's coming off for Garnacho. Fernandez is coming off for Gusto. So Gusto's going to go and play in midfield next to Reece James and Caicedo. And Garnacho's going to go and play on the right. I don't know, on the left. These are from very odd substitutions in terms of position, because I don't really like Garnacho on the right. I don't really like Gittins on the right. And I don't really like a midfield three of Gusto, Caicedo, and James. That sounds very odd. So I don't know what we're doing when we've got other options, but let's see what's happening. Let's see if this, I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit mad. That's very mad. That's very, very mad. How the hell is Gittins coming off how is Neto coming off before Gittins? And how is Gusto playing in midfield when you've already got a right back in there? So now you're playing 2 right backs in midfield. You know what? You've effectively got 4 right backs in midfield. Sorry, 3. Because Gusto's in there, Reece James is in there, and if you look at Cucurella, he's basically in there as well as a left 8. Look at that, just look. So, bruh, we playing 3 right backs in midfield right now. Not even 2, 3. 2 of them are 8s and one of them is a 6. James is a 6 with Caicedo, and then the 2 8s is Cucurella and Gusto. They're the ones that are going to be counter-pressing. Gittins, I don't know what's going on. Garnacho's playing on the left. Gittins look like he's playing on the right, but he's really tucked in. Bro, this formation is, I will not be able to even begin to describe what the fuck is going on. With Caicedo playing at right back. What is going on? What is going on? What, hey, somebody explain this shit to me right now. This is the most puzzling, most discombobulated, confusing template I've ever seen in my life. What is going on? This brother playing FIFA. This brother playing some next football manager system. What's this? We got Cucurella and Gusto as 8s. We got Gittins on the right. Garnacho on the left. João Pedro up front. James is a 6. Caicedo at right back. What is going on? Achampong at right back. Caicedo at centre back. Next to Fofana. This manager's smoking weed. This manager's smoking weed. I'm sorry. This manager is smoking the Turkish hay fever. He's having the hay fever. He's having the hay fever that Turkish has always got. What's going on? Man said, let him cook. Brother, I'm trying my best, but at the same time, bro, I'm looking at the ingredients that are going into the pot, and I have to comment. It might still taste fine at the end, but I'm sorry. You can't look at these ingredients going into the pot and say nothing about it. If these men beat us after these substitutions, Lord heavens, brother, it will be a long day. If these guys beat us from this position with these changes, I'm sorry. The cussing will be biblical, because these substitutions are crazy. Man is always overcomplicating the thing against these weaker teams. Surely Atalanta just need to see Esteval and that'll be it. You know what I mean? Surely they just need to see Esteval and that'll be that. Surely that will be the end of them. What's with all this? Fofana has gone crashing in, kicked in the head. He's not injured, but he's been kicked in the head, so he's down. This is mad. This is mad. Me, his manager's, he's crazy. He really can be a crazy man. I'm intrigued. I'll tell you that. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused. I'm so confused. I'm quietly concerned. Yeah, I'm concerned. Is everything all right? You know what? I'll tell you what. The questions in the presser are going to be extraordinary from Shariah. Absolutely extraordinary. She gonna ask some good questions after this. I know that. Tactically, boy, I can't wait. I can't wait for the questions because someone needs to ask him what's going on with these substitutions. This is going to be the tactical breakdown of the century in the press conference. Boy, we got some questions. If it works, if it fails, regardless, we got questions. Like, if it works, I still want to find out why he did it. I still want to ask the question because what are we learning? What are we learning? That's, we're learning something new. If this works, we're learning something very new. This brother might have a fetish for right backs in midfield. Fullbacks in midfield, I mean, it's already a thing, but boy, Gusto, James, and Cucurella all in midfield. Jeez. What? And Josh is out there as well. Nah, we got, bro. He might play one day. He might play a box midfield of Josh Achampong, Gusto, James, and Cucurella. Someone should ask him if he's willing to do it. Someone should actually ask him if he's willing to do that, because that would be crazy. And you know what the sad thing is? I actually know exactly how it looks on paper. I know exactly how that works on paper. I can actually justify it. Well, I can't justify it, but I can tell you how it looks. I can tell you exactly how it looks. James and Achampong at the base, Gusto in the 8 with Cucurella in the left 8. Boy. I'm telling you, this manager's actually found a way to make me tell you. He's found a way to make me like fully clock on how a box fullback midfield could look. And it actually, like, he's actually going to make it make sense. He's going to say, Cucurella and Gusto are there for the counter pressing, right? And James and Achampong are there because they can play there, and they've played there many times before defensively, and they can tackle, intercept, pass, no problem. Can do it. Can do it. Why not? Multifunctional. It's mad. These central midfielders need to watch their back. They might not have. They might not have a spot in the team. Telling you, we need to sign another right back. We need to sign a right back to play at right back because all the right backs are in midfield. So we need to sign another right back. That's all I know. Run out of right backs. Oh, Someone just said Tosin's coming on. Oh my God. Party's over. All right, wrap up. Wrap up the ting. Party's over, chat. Love. It's been good. Party's over. Switch off. Switch off all the cameras, chat. Party's over. Yo! What's going on? Yo! Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Nah, this man is just taking the piss. Come on, Chels. What's going on? Nah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. Nah, substitutions today are substituting. Yeah? The substitutions are substituting. You man thought you were going to get Esteval? You thought you were going to get Esteval? No. You thought you were going to get Santos? No. You need to hold that Gusto substitution, that Tosin substitution. You need to hold that. Yeah? No, he's got you, man, rattled. This manager is a madman. He's got everybody rattled. This man said, I've got all the attacking artillery on the bench. And he said, hold this right back substitution. Hold this right back in midfield substitution. He's already got 2 right backs on this pitch. Man said, hold a 3rd right back. Hold it. I'm finished. Then he brought on the centre back that he cussed out last week. He cussed him out, you know, to the point where I don't even know if he's even going AFCON after that. Like, is he registered to go play with Nigeria? I don't know. I don't think he is. If I was him, I would have been straight to the Nigerian embassy, bruv. I would have been straight over to the Nigerian embassy in London. Straight over. To have conversations. Absolutely, I'm having conversations with the Nigerian embassy. Because this is crazy. Man hung him out to dry. He said, yeah, the drop-off is crazy. That's literally what he said. I'm not even paraphrasing. He said the drop-off is mad. Short answer, that's what he said. He said, yeah, Reece, Caicedo to these guys, it's crazy. It's mad. I can't play them every game. What do you want from me? Caicedo to Santos, what do you want from me? Fofana to Tosin, what do you want from me? James to Gusto, what do you want from me? The drop-off is mad. That's what he said. He tried to say it politically in a nice way, but really what he said is the drop-off is mad. It's mad. And he brought him on again. Hey, 10 minutes left. It's a fun 10 minutes coming up. I got a lot of questions. That's for sure. I'm kind of, I wish I was in the press conference. I want a media pass or something. I want to say something. Got questions. So much to dive into after this. This is insane. I ain't even seen, where's Caicedo? I swear I ain't seen that brother for like 5-10 minutes now. Where's he gone? He's just gone missing. James Cucurella. This is fascinating. I can't tell you how fascinated I am by this fullback phenomenon. Yo, I'm fascinated. I'm watching Cucurella, Gusto, and James linking up in midfield. You know how insane that is? I am fascinated. Chat. Look at Gusto. Look at him playing as this little Mazzella, as they call it in Football Manager. He's playing as a Mazzella. He's playing in the Kevin De Bruyne position. Is that my man Mulo Gusto? He's playing in the Kevin De Bruyne position. Go on, show them something, Gusto. Show them what you can do, brother. That's my little French Steven Gerrard right there. This is insane. Oh my God. Nah, this manager's got to pay for his crimes, I'm afraid. This is criminal, I can't lie. This one here is criminal. Usually, I defend this manager, but this one here is criminal. I'll be honest. This one here is different. Different levels of treason that he's committing. God help him if we lose. He better make sure that we don't lose this game. João Pedro. Oh, my days, the touch. Yo, this is crazy, man. I actually can't believe what I'm watching. This is insane. He's never done this, you know. I think he's gone to another level. What kind of formation is this? Someone work it out. I'm seeing like a diamond now. I'm seeing different shapes. Maybe I'm hallucinating. I'm seeing different shapes. Gusto's playing like a 10. Then you got like, is that James playing as like a left 8 now? I don't know what's going on. I might be hallucinating. It's mad confusing. Looking for handball on the Garnacho cross, not given. Gusto's playing as like a 10. Gittins on the right, Garnacho on the left, João Pedro in the striker, Reece James. Where's Caicedo? Caicedo's playing like right side centre back. Look at him. Look how deep Caicedo is. Where the fuck is this guy going? Where's he going? We've lost! Oh my fucking God! We've lost! We're going to lose! We're going to lose! Shit! We're going to lose! We're going to lose! Oh my God! Oh my God! We're going to lose! It's not even funny! It's not even funny! It's fuckery! It's not funny, it's fuckery! We're going to lose! We're actually going to lose! We are playing all of the defenders in the squad and we're still losing? I said to you, Maresca, with these honky-dory substitutions, if we lose this game, you must pay for your crimes that you've committed. The cussing. It will be parliamentary. I'll be honest. I cannot say anything other than the cussing that awaits you at full time will be biblical, because I cannot believe, like, it was all a laughing matter until they scored. It was all laughing matter, fun and games, jokey joke until they scored. Tossing. Unks. Every time you're here, we concede. 6 defenders on this pitch. Caicedo's playing as a right side centre back. Brother, I'm sorry, but today you're getting flogged. Today you're getting cussed out. Today it will be a king's ransom on your head. I'll be honest, on your head top. This is insane. We were winning 1-0. We were comfortable at halftime saying, do you know what? We just need to take it up that extra gear. We just need to get that second goal. We missed a couple of chances, cool. But we were never hanging on for dear life. They were never assaulting our goal. This manager, and I have to say it's the manager today, because you've made substitutions that have made us all cackle. You've made substitutions that even the ones with no knowledge of the game will still ask questions as to what are you doing? Why are there fullbacks in midfield and midfielders at centre-back? What's going on? Is everything okay at home? Like, we really need to ask the right questions. Is everything okay at home? Are you going to be with your loved ones at Christmas? Are Chelsea, are they making you work throughout the Christmas period? Are you getting any annual leave? Are you getting to fly back to Italy at Christmas? Are you doing this to lash out at the board? I need to know the answers to the questions, because there's no justification for what you've done. And even the biggest Maresca fans tried to say, do you know what? Let's just see what happens. But unfortunately, we've seen what happened. And it's crazy.
It's crazy. He's thrown the game. You've got Esteval there. You've got Santos there. You've thrown the game. That's it. You've thrown the game. The questions are going to be crazy in the press conference. The questions are going to be crazy. I need an interview. Put this brother on Sky News. Put him on BBC News. I want an interview. Put him on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Put him on there. Fuck Salah. Put Maresca on that interview. I need to see an exclusive. I need life stories. Forget Cheryl Cole. I want to see Maresca on life stories. Forget everyone else. I want to see what this guy has to say about this. No, don't blame Tosin. We're not blaming Tosin anymore. No, we're not doing that. This manager decided to sub him on. This manager has Achumpong who can play centre-back on the pitch when Fofana's there. He's already got Badiashile. He's even got Reece James who can fill in multiple... No, I don't want to hear about Tosin. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit about Tosin. He brought on Tosin. He knows Tosin is a liability. He still brings him on. He said he's a liability. He said it publicly. He drew him out. He said, the fall-off is incredible. And he still brings him on. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about... No, I'm not talking about Tosin. We're not talking about Tosin. It wasn't even Tosin's fault. We ain't talking about Tosin. This is nuts. No. I don't want to hear nothing about Tosin today. Nothing. I don't want to talk about Tosin. I do not want to hear about Tosin. This manager today has done a madness. I'm sorry. He's done an absolute madness. He's done an absolute madness. I'm lost for words. I'm absolutely lost for words. What he's thrown the game. And it was such a peaceful game. There was no need to do this. The substitutions were there. He's sick in the head. For this, he's sick in the head. He has to be. This is the most tapped thing I think I've ever seen him do. Before, it's like just one change here, one change there in the starting 11. You should have played Josh Tosin. This is tapped. This is mental. This is mental asylum. This is alarming. This is concerning. He's got a fetish. He's got an addiction. And he must see help. He must see help. He must. You can't play 3 fullbacks in midfield and tell me everything's all right at home. It can't be. Even Pep would never. Pep put 1 fullback in midfield at a time. Man had care. Man said, I'll put a Delph at fullback. He took time with the... Nah. 3 fullbacks in midfield at once. Nah. Maresca, you're letting me... You know what? You're letting me down. I'm a defender of yours. You're letting me down now. Now you're letting me down. You're making me look a fool. You're making me look like an idiot. I'm sorry. Nah. This is going up there as one of his worst second halves. One of his worst in-game management decisions as Chelsea manager. One of his very worst. Because you know what? As time goes on, you expect him to get better. You expect him to make better decisions. He's very open. He's very forthcoming when he makes mistakes. He learns from his mistakes. So this one has to go as a top 3 worst in-game management in his Chelsea career because of the stage that it comes at. It comes at a point where you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm beyond shocked. How are we going to control the midfield with Cucurella and Gusto in the 8? Explain. And Caicedo's still here. Why is he at centre-back? Like, I need to go for a walk. I need to go and clear my head. I'm so offended. I'm sorry. I'm offended. I feel personally attacked. I'll be honest. No. This guy's taking a piss. I'm rattled. I'm absolutely rattled. I'm sorry. I feel personally attacked.
I've been banging on about this since it happened. It's been 8 minutes. I feel personally attacked. I need to do my review. I'm ready to talk. I got to talk. Got a lot to say. Nah, I need to speak, man. I need to speak. I got so much to say, bro. No, this is a violation. I feel violated. Honestly, I feel violated. This is a violation. Nah. This is a violation. I've been violated.
Honestly, Gino, you must think I'm the dickhead, man. Matisse, how are you, bro?
Yo, bro.
Bro, it's finished, bro. It's finished.
Bro, what kind of violation is this, bro?
But I don't know about you, where you're at in your headspace. But
No, bro. I feel personally attacked. Genuinely, I'm disgusted with this manager. What's this manager doing, bro?
Bro, look, I can't talk about I can't talk about the manager.
No.
It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
No.
But look at the amount of fullbacks in midfield. Bro, you got players like Andre Santos sitting in the bench. No Esteva. You're playing with Garnacho and Pedro Neto, and you're playing with Gittins as well. No Esteva, William. Why are you bringing on Tossin? Why? And he's the one who gave away that free kick, by the way, that led to a goal.
Bro.
But Matisse, we can't talk about the manager because it's all down to the squad. The squad's shit. The squad reeks. We can't beat a 12th team in Serie A. We can't beat Leeds. We can't beat Bournemouth because the squad's shit. So I give up. Bro. Like, yeah, it's fine. The squad's shit. It's all on the owners. It's all on the sporting directors, bro. That's what it is.
This manager's gonna get me killed, bro. This manager's gonna get me killed. I love picking on the sporting directors, man. It's my favorite. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite trick, bro. I can't even do it this time. This fucking guy, man, took away my passion. Took away my love. Fuck. Can't even blame them, man. Damn! You bitch! Shit! Oh, man, this bitch of a manager, bro. I can't even go to my go-to. This bastard manager, bro. No, bro. He's got me questioning everything. What's he done? No, this is outrageous. This is outrageous, bro. This guy's thrown the game. Are you all right? You need to see serious help. You need to seek serious help for this one. This one, nah, bro. You got me fucking bugging out now. You just cost us the whole game. I'm sorry. We didn't need to lose that. We didn't even need to drop points. That game was right there. It was there. It was, how have we lost that game? I am absolutely perplexed. Leeds, I wasn't perplexed. We were shit. How have we lost that game? How? I was chilling. I've been chilling. It's calm. I've been calm. Up until those substitutions, I was chilling. Even when we conceded, I said, all right, cool. It's a bit messy. It's a bit ridiculous, but we got time to rectify. You've lost? The fuck is wrong with you? How have you lost that?
takes a sick man. It takes a very sick man to lose that game. I'm sorry. It does. You have to be a sick individual. I'm not even saying we played brilliantly. I'm just saying the game had nothing going for it. It's just one of the games you need to manage. And we had enough quality, I think, to just find a way with Esteval and Santos right there. Why didn't you use them? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm at a loss. What is actually wrong with you? I'm actually starting to worry about you, you know. I'm worried about you. From a place of care, I'm worried about you. I am very concerned about you as a person and what's going on. Because that is insane work. That for you, even by your standards, that is insane work. You've done an incredible job there to lose that game. You are special. You're a special guy. I'll give you that. You're a special guy. You're a special fucking guy, man. Seriously. Wow. We lost. We've lost 2 games from the last 4. We haven't won it, bro. We haven't won in 4. And we got Everton and Newcastle next. What are you doing? Like, this is December, yeah, but what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're playing at? Do you think December is just a free hit, a free month? You could just do whatever the fuck you want. This is the worst December we've had ever. Like, we've never had a December start like this. Usually, we tend to get to, like, the 15th. What's the date? It's the fucking 9th. We usually get to the 15th. I'm telling you. The 12th to the 15th. That's what I have bookmarked as the time for where we fall off. This is the 9th. You've already, it's 9 days. 9 days. And you've lost 2 and drawn 1. There's still 2/3 of the month left. What do you have planned for us? Honestly, I'm worried. What do you have planned for us? If this is how you're moving, 1/3 of the month, what do you have planned for the rest of the month? What's up your sleeve for the rest of the month? If this is what you're doing, what are your plans? You've still got Everton. Don't you dare get knocked out of the cup to Cardiff. Then you got Newcastle. Then you got Aston Villa at home. And then you got Bournemouth. And then City away. What are you doing? Where are you going with this? What's going on? What's the plan? Nah, this guy's a fucking criminal today, bro. Let me just do the super chats and go, man. Nah, this one is special. This is a special defeat. This is a special one. 5th place is not going to Champions League next year. Cucurella lets his man go so many times, you got a challenge. Put on tossing. Game needs some friendly fire. Time to sleep. Caicedo, Cucurella, James, best players in their position in the world though, right? Chelsea fans see James has 1 good game a year and lose their heads. Shit team. This guy gets an assist today. This guy was fine. And look at the fucking narratives that can start. Look at the fucking narratives that can start when you fuck up the whole thing, bro. This is what can happen when you fuck about, bro. This is what can happen. Now you got them coming up in here. They didn't watch the game. They were watching Inter Milan versus Liverpool. They've come in for the last 10, 15 minutes to come see us fall apart. To come see us diarrhea up the place. Shit themselves up. And then this guy's coming in talking like he knows everything. Like he's watched. You see? This is what you've done. You've done this. 1 game a week, Palmer. He ain't even played today. He didn't even play. Same guy, same super chat. He didn't even play. And he's talking about Cole Palmer. That's how you know he's cooked. That's how you know he's fried. This is what I'm talking about. This is what results can do. This is results bias.
you've done this. You've caused this. Crazy. And I've got to listen to this bullshit. I got to listen to this bullshit. I got to listen to this show after show now until the next game. Where was Cole Palmer against Atalanta? He didn't play. He didn't play, bro. What do you want? He didn't play. He didn't play. But I know they're gonna ask because they're idiots, bro. Because they're idiots. This is what happens when you just don't win a game of football that you can easily win. You throw the game. No one that didn't watch is not gonna know that the manager is a criminal. I'm gonna have to speak about it. The manager is a criminal. He's an absolute criminal. This idiot, man, put us in hot water for no reason with his stupidity. 6 defenders on the pitch whilst chasing the game. This is what I'm saying. Do you not want to win? Do you not want to win the game, you bozo? We're trying to win a game of football. You have six defenders on the pitch. And you're not even playing them all in defence. Because the midfielder's in defence. Why is Caicedo deeper than Gusto? Oh. Gittins did not deserve to play the full game. Maresca should have subbed him by half time. Just pathetic. Just get me out of here, man, please. Just get me out of here, bro. Let me just go and do the review. Love and guidance. Yeah, in a bit. Because I need to get everything out immediately. Manager fucked us, man. Facts. Nah, this manager, bro. Let me not even say anything because I'm gonna say something I don't want to say.